What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans and Memphis Grizzlies fans? Welcome to TSR Sports, where I'll be doing a live play-by-play, have a live scoreboard up over my head, and hopefully a fun, interactive chat. And you probably are coming to the stream saying, what in the world is Mara doing here next to me? Well, we're hoping to distract Steven Adams, a.k.a. Aquaman. That's right. Anyways, thank you all for being here. If you haven't done so already, please hit the thumbs up. Fast, free, fun, nutritious, and delicious. And it does help the channel. And as always, go Spurs, go! All right. My Go Spurs goes maybe a little different tonight as my Thunder Dunks of Justice. As I've been using my throat a lot, I've come to realize in singing too much throat for the hoarse vocals, and in yelling "Go Spurs Go" and doing various things on the channel, I've also been all throat and not using more from here. So I'm trying to change that. Learning some new singing techniques. I am 44, trying to save the voice. I don't play live, so that certainly does help, but still, I don't want to be all throat. Need to start changing that a little bit as I get older. The son of the former Spur, Jaren Jackson, better not destroy us tonight. Well, Jaren Jackson Jr. probably won't, but somebody we've never heard of probably will. Good evening, Phil, channel member of the Current 15, Playmaker Guido, Steel Maiden, Planet Clado. What's going on? Thank you for stopping in. The Spurs can go 2-1 this week. They could even go 3-0. Since the Derek White trade, I didn't realize that. I put it on my Twitter. By the way, I'm putting a lot more content up on the Twitter, a lot more little Spurs blurbs, Spurs stats. So if you're not following me on the Twitters, make sure you do because I'm really getting more involved with that. But the Spurs are 4-2 since Derek left, and Boston is 5-2. So it's actually helped both teams, which is a win-win situation for everybody. Sal 77, that is Mara from Aquaman, because Aquaman is, I still sing Steel Maiden. I got a TSR music channel, which I do, it's kind of variety metal. I have my previous bands. I'm a one-man band. I do everything, but I do a lot of hoarse, harsh vocals, whether it's screaming to really low gutturals. I'm kind of all over the place when it comes to metal styles, and I need to start protecting my voice. Now that I'm in my 40s, I've been able to get away with using, a lot of throat action, but I'm like, you know what? I really need to use from here more now. Turtle's really good as center for us. If he could get his free throw percentage to 60 plus, yeah, he'd be very solid. Patriots fan, good evening. And that is the Twitters right there. Thank you, the Kerm, TSR_sports, getting close to 400 followers. Woo. It's actually not that many when you think about how many subscribers I have. John Barker, you can see the game. Here you go. The game! Triple H! How's it, girl? Nice! Smoking, drinking. Yeah. I'm a 6 feet under fan. Go ahead, anybody that knows, feel free to troll me. And their lead singer, Chris Barnes, has destroyed his voice from years upon years of not singing correctly, but more importantly, just hitting the peace pipe stuff way too much. Not saying anything wrong with that. I'm not here to judge, but when you're a singer, that is your career is right here, and he is not taking care of it at all. Favorite my favorite X-Tall album? I don't know who that is, JS, to be honest with you. Yep, a little throat action. Josh Richardson's played, he's shown some signs. Lonnie Walker, I think a lot of you watching my recap, has really played well as of late. Really since the Derek White trade, he had one dud immediately after that. But since then, he's really seems like he's turning a corner, getting more minutes. I hope he keeps it going because if he keeps playing like he has the last 5 games, he will be a Spur next year. Good evening, Pat 1984. Steven Adams' girlfriend's right here. Aquaman's girl is right here. What's up, Keto? Francisco Herrero, what's going on? Jay Money, thank you for stopping in. John Barker. Memphis is, I'm sure, favored to win. They're at home, and they're the much better team record-wise. That being said, you never know. Look what the Pelicans did to the Lakers last night. And what has to be one of the most embarrassing losses for the Lakers in recent memory, losing by getting blown out at home by a team that's way under 500, much like we are. Man, well, the Lakers are a disaster. I watched some clips of the game. The players look like they just gave up. They're arguing with the fans. 3 players, LeBron and 2 others, which, let's be honest, nothing new. LeBron getting into it with the fans. I don't know what his deal is. Just let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Anyway, him and 2 other players. I want to say Trevor Ariza and then somebody else. Apparently, we're even cursing at fans. I'm like, man, they're just what a train wreck. I'm kind of enjoying it. because I don't like the buy a championship. I'm more the build a championship, and they tried to buy one this year, and it is blowing up in their face. Good evening, Benjamin. Oh, okay, JS. I do Christian death metal at times as well. I'm surprised I haven't heard of them. Mustang is I cleaned it up over the weekend. It's looking solid, man. Jean Morant probably going to go off. DeAndre Jordan was waived by the Lakers. I had no idea. And no, they're not that good. Lonnie Walker is pulling a Jimmy G, playing well so that a team offers him a contract, if not us. That could happen. And if he has a fantastic rest of the season and goes somewhere else and then tanks, then bad on him, because that would be the end of his NBA career after that contract. I don't remember that Steel Maiden. That's probably blocked from my memory. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Those type of moments I don't like to remember too much. This is, I gotta say, weird Spurs team right now. We're gonna give up a lot of points. The way our defense has been playing. If there's any Grizzlies fans in the chat, you're gonna score a lot of points tonight. The question is, can we outscore them? I'm trying to distract Aquaman by having her here with me. I was trying something different. I'm like, I'm going to put Mare up here, Aquaman's love interest. So at the very least, if Jakob Pertl goes for 30 tonight, then I'm going to be onto something. And in future streams, we're going to put somebody up that's going to distract one of the other members' teams. That's right. Nothing like a clean stay. I hope that girl next to you don't. No, she's here to mess up the Grizzlies. Use your magic. What do you still about? I think even what do I think about your Brooklyn Nets? Man, I think the Nets absolutely fleeced the 76ers. They got a mother load in. Once they're all healthy and up and running, they're going to be a team to watch out for in the playoffs. The regular season's all about seeding, or in some teams' cases, where you're going to draft in the upcoming NBA draft. But man, there's way too much. Well, I was going to say there's way too much talent, but the Lakers, before the season started, you look at their roster and you thought, wow, this is an all-star roster, and it hasn't come together yet. The Grizzlies lead the NBA in points in the paint. The Spurs are second. Spurs lead the NBA in assists. The Grizzlies are fourth. As far as points per game, the Grizzlies are first at 124. My Spurs are third, just under 121. So this is going to be a high-scoring game, more than likely. It should be a fun one to call. Lakers were down by 30. Wow. Nice. Austin's going to cheer for me the whole NBA season and cheer against me the whole NFL season. Makes sense. Spurs and Giants fan. I know I have a lot of Cowboys subscribers, and I'm going to be doing a lot of Giants content throughout the season. So, Cowboys fans, you're going to get a lot of opportunities to probably troll me, as I do feel the Giants are going to have a losing record again. Just hopefully it's not double-digit losses, and hopefully we can split some games with the NFC East. Take one from the Eagles, take one from whatever Washington's calling themselves these days, and beat the Cowboys once. Good evening, Jax Quirty. The Lakers do stink. What? Good evening, Lucas, channel member. Thank you for stopping in. But beep, bow. I helped out a voice coach helping the 90s, done wonders. Yeah, I will say, James Hetfield, I thought he sounded really good on Hardwired to Self-Destruct. Some of those songs, I was like, he sounds really good. And it's just, a big part of, there's Aquaman. Distraction! All right, anyway. For those uninitiated, Steven Adams looks like Jason Momoa from Aquaman. He's got the beard, he's got the long hair, he's got a tribal tattoo. I think it's a tribal tattoo. So, yeah, we're running with that tonight. Yeah, why not? So Toronto makes the playoffs. We get 3 first-rounders. Yes, Steven. Yes, you want the Raptors to make the playoffs. If the Raptors or Celtics were fine. Their protected pick is only 1 through 4. The Raptors must make the playoffs. If they miss the playoffs, then they'll probably draft in the top 14, which means we lose that pick. So you guys, ladies and gentlemen, if you're a Spurs fan, you want Toronto to make the playoffs. You don't care if you get knocked out in the first round. Just get in. But yeah, singing correctly is a big part of singing. I'm trying to work on that a little more. Slaughter to Prevail has influenced me quite a bit to sing more correctly. Watching Alex Terrible and what he does, I was like, you know what? I have a pretty low guttural, but a lot of it's throat, and I'm adapting my singing style to try to get more healthier singing. Because I was practicing earlier, and I even had a little bit of sore throat before I did it, and I actually didn't make it any worse. But it was all from the diaphragm, and definitely it's fun. Yeah, we got the Lakers again, and we can beat them. We can definitely beat them. No Anthony Davis. Here are the starting lineups, my friends. Keldon Johnson, Doug McDermott, Jakob Poeltl, Devin Vassell, DeJounte Murray from my San Antonio Spurs and yours. For the Memphis Grizzlies, Zaire Williams, Jaren Jackson Jr., Steven Adams, Desmond Bane, the Batman, and Ja Morant. The best point guard? You know what? I don't know. DeJounte would have in top 5. I mean, you could make an argument for Steph Curry. You could make an argument for Chris Paul, even if maybe Chris Paul's not filling up the stat sheet per se, like scoring wise compared to a Steph Curry. His team's winning. Intangibles, man, intangibles. Romeo Langford, I don't know what's going on with him. I don't think he's going to play once this season. Beat down, breakdowns in the chat, my man. Thank you for stopping in. Hey, for tighten up. B-Town says, much love from Boston Ridge. Day 1 down, 9 to go, 1 to stop through before I crash tonight. The fight continues tomorrow morning. Thanks for everything tonight. My man, I know you got this. Thoughts and prayers every day with you. Keep fighting the good fight. You got this, brother. Thank you for stopping in. Have a good night. Rest well, my friend. Players are on the court, and away we go. All right. Mart's, good evening. Thank you for stopping in. We got some Grizzlies fans in the chat. Appreciate you hanging out tonight. If the game's blacked out or blocked or whatever it may be in your area. Aquaman versus Jakob Poeltl. My distraction has failed already. Come on, Mara. It is Robert, but he is class. Oh, and an early steal by DeJounte Murray into the paint and a layup. Down the other end, John Morant quickly into the paint, gets blocked from behind, out of bounds, and it's Spurs ball. Morant took a shot in the head, immediately grabbing his head. Wow, Spurs defense coming out and stopping John Morant twice. Steal by DeJounte Murray, and then Morant gets blocked from behind. So maybe the Spurs have struggled with him in the past. Can we turn a corner against him tonight? It ain't going to be easy. Murray with the ball right now. Starts to drive into the paint. Back out to Devin Vassell. Vassell over to Jakob. Jakob with a long jumper for him, and he made it. A 5 or 6 foot jumper by Jakob Poeltl, but bro can't make a free throw. Cowboy X Factor. That is Mara from Aquaman. Aquaman plays on the Memphis Grizzlies, so I'm trying to distract him with her. That pull-up jumper is no good. I think that was Bane wished, I will break your back. I'll break your, I can't break your spirit, I'll break your back. I forgot what he said in The Dark Knight Returns. Keldon Johnson for 3, no good. It's been a while since I watched it. John Morant with the ball, pick and roll with Aquaman into the paint. And defensive foul on the Spurs. Nam was a singer. Every singer should take voice lessons. It's not like rapping. Well, good point. Good point. You think in hindsight your Giants made a mistake in I mean, there's a lot. The Giants made a lot of mistakes. As I was looking at the chat, we have a 3-pointer by Jaren Jackson. Irony. I'll leave it at that. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But the Giants have made the whole Dave Gettleman era seriously was a mistake. Keldon Johnson into the paint, throws it up, gets blocked from behind. And Grizzlies on the run. Bane into the paint. Euro step, throws it up, no good. And another foul. And I hope we're already starting off with a lot of fouls in this game. I don't want this to turn into the Spurs versus Miami Heat Part 2 because that game was a foul fest with like 50 fouls. I want to watch the players actually. And that was a bit of a phantom foul. I don't want a foul fest on either side of the ball. Bane at the line for 2. First one's good. Mara from Aquaman. Not the actress. Don't think of the actress. It's the character. Just think the character. And I could never hit notes like Brian Johnson from AC/DC. Second free throw is no good. 4 all, 10-20 to go. DeJounte will bring it up for San Antonio. Gets it back to Jakob Poeltl. Give and go. Give and go again to Jakob and a thunder. Dunk of justice by Jakob Poeltl. DeMar DeRozan, definitely MVP candidate. Good night, Bobby. Vaya con Dios, my man. And Jaren Jackson in the paint. Turns around. Pull up little jumper. Good. 6 all. Devin Vassell, baseline 3. Good! It is 6-9. Just saying. 9:40 to go in the first quarter. John Morant gets it into Jaren Jackson. Jackson tries to dish into the paint, and it's stolen by Devin Vassell. Vassell bringing up the court for San Antonio. Takes off. Passes across court, open to Dejounte Murray for three. In and out burger. Morant sprints down the other end of the floor into the paint, throws it up, no good, and another foul. Day Dripper fan? Day Dripper? Like the Beatles? She was a day dripper. Oh, okay, Robert. I got you. Yeah, I didn't know about that Cowboy X Factor until earlier today. Um, I didn't realize they made a huge comeback. Props. First free throw is good for Jean Morant. Can't you get him at all? Dirt Dripper! Dirt Dripper! Typo negative? Anybody? Rest in peace, Peter Steele. Jean Morant's second free throw is a brick. And Jaren Jackson gets the ball, scramble, and we're going to have a jump ball between Devin Vassell and Jaren Jackson, poor boxing out by the Spurs. The marvelous juggernaut is in the chat. I didn't know they waved him until you guys in the chat told me, my man. Fredwin, what's up? Go Spurs, go. Brianna, how about them Lakers? I love it. Not going to lie. I'm kind of digging it. Ja Durant? Not there yet. Maybe one day. Actually, the jump ball is between Keldon Johnson and Jaren Jackson, so I guess Keldon had a hand on the ball. Must have had just the tip of his finger. So I thought that was all Devin Vassell. Jump ball is won by the Spurs. All right, 9-7, 9-11 to go. Vassell out to Keldon, takes a corner three. My man. Pew! Of course, Spurs got out to a huge lead against the Heat, and then that just disappeared, so I'm not going to get overexcited at this point. Morant, he passes it out for a baseline three. That one's an in-and-out burger for D'Anthony Melton, who's already checked in. Spurs going fast break. Dejounte drops it off to Keldon. Another corner three from the opposite side. That one is no good. And it is Grizzlies ball. Morant with the rebound. He'll bring it up. Fast-paced game. Morant into the paint and gets the layup as he slices and dices the Spurs defense. John Carlo from the Philippines. What's going on, Houston Oilers? Thank you for stopping in. And McDermott hits the three. Oh, is that the deal? Cowboy X Factor, or was DeAndre Jordan a scapegoat for that abysmal Lakers game last night? And that was nationally televised. I don't have ESPN anymore, so I didn't watch it. And quite frankly, I wouldn't watch a Lakers game anyway. And now another foul. Bane just flew across the floor like he was on a slip and slide, saying he tripped over Keldon Johnson's foot. Keldon's pleading his case, saying, "What did I do wrong?" Let's take a look at the replay. Bane ran into his leg. Keldon was standing still with his arms out, and Bane ran into him and tripped and fell. What? I just heard Sean Elliott just say, too, I don't know how it's a foul. It's like, what? The Grizzlies are already in the penalty with 8 minutes to go. Morant with a long three at the clock running down and hits it, and that's going to be demoralizing for the Spurs. Beautiful shot by Jean Morant, by the way. Clutch shot, but they had some calls very much go there against them, against the Miami Heat, and now already starting off in this game with the Grizzlies in the bonus with 8 minutes to go. DJ pull-up jumper short, no good. Morant, he drives into the paint. Pull-up jumper is good. And it's a one-point game. And Pop's going to call a timeout. Jerona from the Philippines, thank you for stopping in. Don Allen, happy Monday. Junior, what's going on? Thank you for stopping in. Cowboy X Factor, facts. Taiwo John, I hope, I'm a little worried about these fouls. I don't like foul games with a million free throws. Joel Embiid took 27 free throws the other night. Who wants to watch that? That's not good basketball. Just sitting watching people take free throws all night, and it's certainly not a good play-by-play for me to call. Just calling free throws all night. Timeout though. I do like it, Houston. Yeah, Brianna, they get. I think they have 30 primetime games, and we have one. But you know what? I have the NBA pass, so it's all good for me. LeBron's not. Well, I don't think he can get traded, can he? Workforce planner. Good evening. Mara is distracting Aquaman, Steven Adams. Yes, Phil, that's a fact. There's definitely been at least one really bad call in the game. And I don't want to see bad calls against my Spurs, but I don't want to see bad calls for my Spurs either. I just want to see the players play basketball. Let them play for crying out loud. I feel like lately the league's been reverting back to before the James Harden rules, so to speak. It's just everything, every little ticky tack touch thing is a foul. Steel Maiden, I would agree with that. Looks like a lot of folks are enjoying that. Don, I see you're also enjoying the Lakers getting booed by their own fans, and they should be getting booed for that roster to just. And you know what? You got to put a lot of blame on LeBron James. It wasn't he the one that made the big push for Russell Westbrook, and it's completely backfiring. Mara looks like the Fiona from Shrek. I don't know what Fiona looks like. I mean, I've seen Shrek 1. I don't remember a thing about it. I know Shrek was a green guy and there was a donkey. Was his name Donkey? That's all I got. That's seriously all I got. I don't remember anything else. I think we're one good player from being one good player away from being a playoff team. I really do. I think we need a legit stretch, or not as a stretch, but just a legit four. I've said it all season. Doug McDermott's not quite that role, and as Devin and Keldon continue to develop, I don't think either one's hit their ceiling yet. Dejounte and Jakob obviously have just progressed in ways maybe a lot of us didn't think possible this year. I think they're one legit player away from being a top 8 seed team again. Good evening, Butterfly. Thank you for stopping in. Walker Kessler. Okay. John, they didn't just lose to the Pelicans. They got blown out at home in the, what's it called now? The crypto arena? I'm still not gonna know who it is, Cowboy X Factor. I've seen that movie so long ago. I don't remember except the two characters I mentioned, Donkey and Shrek. I think Mike Myers was Shrek, and then was Eddie Murphy the voice of the donkey? DeJounte with the ball right now, 12 on the shot clock. Out 3-point lane, gets it to the Jakob Poeltl. Jakob Poeltl back to Devin Vassell. Mid-range jumper. Nope. Fight for the board, and Jakob Poeltl will get it away from Aquaman. He's distracted. Kellen, he drives and takes it back to Doug McDermott. McDermott out to Devin for 3. Nothing. Brick. And now a fast break for the Grizzlies. Kelvin gets back in transition. Nice job. 6:50 to go. Morant spins around, throws it up at the rim, and good as he spins around Keldon Johnson. John Morant, we can't stop him. We can only hope to contain him. He's cooked us in every game this year, I think. Well, the last couple years. Murray drives to the paint, left-handed layup, no good. Wanted a foul, not going to get it. Right back the other way, John Morant into the paint and loses the ball. And Keldon gets fouled immediately after the steal. Spurs ball with 6:30 to go. AK the Staples Center, yep. Is their GM wanted Buddy Hield or even maybe asked about tomorrow? Yeah. LBJ and Anthony Davis, your players should not be playing GMs. And it didn't work. Pelicans even updated their Twitter bio. What, with the win over the Lakers? What does it say? What's up, Troy? Go Spurs, go. That's what I was doing, Workforce Planner. Thank you. Somebody got what I was doing. El Quattro's checked in for the Spurs, aka Lonnie Walker, drives to the paint, gets rejected. Spurs looking for a foul, not getting any whistles tonight. I didn't see a foul, but they wanted one. Didn't get it. Aquaman with the ball right now. He's been very quiet tonight. Gets John Morant. Morant into the paint. Blows by the entire Spurs defense. The ball goes in the rim, goes around the rim like a poop in the toilet bowl, and then comes back out. No bucket. That's a terrible analogy, but that's what happened. Murray, 3-point lane, gets it to Jakob Poeltl, 10 on the shot clock. Jakob into the paint. A very awkward up and under move against Aquaman, and he scores, and the Spurs had the lead back, 17-16. Edgar, considering we're missing everybody, the Spurs played very well. Hey, Alpha, good evening. It is Grizzlies ball, 5.5 minutes to go. And that three-pointer is good by DeAnthony Melton. Corner 3. Beat the Lakers. Oh, that's in their Pelican. That's in their bio. Beat the Lakers by 20 in LA. Kelvin for 3. Nope. That is such a troll move by the Pelicans. That's awesome. I love it. Melton's going to launch another corner 3. Remember what I said? Somebody unexpected is probably going to cook us tonight. The Grizzlies on a 13-2 run in the last 255, and D'Anthony Melton has just hit back-to-back threes. I've heard of him. And DeJounte Murray gets fouled on the other end. 4:57 to go. Would show me, Don, if they had their starters in there, possibly could have won that game. No, it kills. We have everybody back tonight. We were missing a bunch of players versus the Heat. The Spurs are 100% except for Romeo Langford, who apparently has got a big crack in his butt that he can't play. Murray's first free throw is good, 22-18. Why can't we make threes? I have that same question. I don't have an answer. You think the Pels are garbage? Nope. I wouldn't say any team is garbage. I will say teams are bad, but I'm not the type of channel that likes calling players or teams garbage or trash because these are still people playing in the NBA. Morant sprints into the paint and scores a bucket. He's jumping up and down looking for a foul. Maybe the referees are finally swallowing their whistles, which I'm fine with. Spurs down by 5. Murray's going to drive. Kicks it out to Lonnie for 3. Air ball. Aquaman with the ball right now. He'll get it out to Kyle. Slow-mo with the ball. Slow-mo with the runner. Former San Antonio Spur. What's up, Ace Jude? Thank you for stopping in. And yes, Zachary, I agree. Crypto.com is a dumb name for Rena. DeJounte into the paint, little hop, no good. Jakob gets the offensive board and then has the ball stripped away and a late whistle. 26-19. Grizzlies up. 4:12 to go. Air ball 3. Oh boy. Speaking of air balls, Jakob Poeltl's at the line for 2. Jay Rich looked good, aka P Rich. Poeltl at the line for 2. The first one is. They actually just took a point away from the Spurs. That's how bad it was. This is probably, I'm sure for most of you, my least favorite part of Jakob Poeltl's game is his abysmal free throw shooting. Just, no words. Dragon, we are not a good 3-point shooting team. Which is weird because Kelvin and Doug are both top 10 NBA, but when Derek was here, he was really not good, shooting around 30%. DeJounte's at like, what, 31% now? Lonnie's around 30%. A lot of our high volume 3-point shooters were not good. And he missed them both. Didn't see that coming. Yeah, you did. You did. Speaking of Ja, he has the ball right now. Getting double team, gets into Aquaman. Aquaman is no longer distracted as he throws down a huge dunk. And the Spurs are down by 9 now. Do not want to let this Grizzlies team just start to run away. DeJounte Murray for 3, no good. Slow-mo with the rebound. They'll get it up to Morant. Spurs 4-3 on the rodeo road trip. Not bad, all things considered. Morant with the ball into the paint, gets triple teamed. Pull-up jumper, makes it anyway. That's what we need on the Spurs. We need an elite scorer. You guys keep saying we don't. No, I want a guy that can go out there and put up 25 a night. Walker pull-up jumper. I would never do a drinking game with the Spurs. Anthony Melton is fouled. They go to the line for 2 down on the other end of the floor. Come on, San Antonio, wake up. Wake up, Spurs. How do you come out against the Heat missing 3/5 of your starting lineup and put 40 points in the first quarter? And tonight you're coming out laying a dud so far, about to go down by double digits. Now there's a stoppage in play. I don't know what substitutions, maybe. If I was a betting man, which I'm not, I would probably put money on Jean Morant going over 30 against us. He just that's our number. I don't know how many points he has right now. He's got to have double digits, right? If anybody wants to look it up, Jean Morant, what's he have? Like 14 points, 12 points, 14 points? And both teams are going to their respective benches. I don't know why or what's happening right now. Murray is good, but we need gooder. Yes, gooder is a word. I agree we need gooder. On the scoring side of things, we need a four. I think we all, for the most part, agree the Spurs are missing a legit starting four, a power forward. Aside from that, I like a lot of the other pieces. Played well against Heat and are strong against Memphis Waller. Exactly. Consistently inconsistent. That's my San Antonio Spurs. Memphis Grizzlies ranks this season #1 in rebounds, steals, blocks, offensive rebounds, second chance points, paint points, and fast break points. What? Holy shnikey. They're #1 in those 7 categories I just mentioned. Ja averaged 27 and had 46 against the Bulls. Yeah. We haven't had I mean, you think of elite scores in the Spurs history. We've only had, well, 3's actually a lot. We've had 3. Kawhi wasn't quite there. He was close. He was, I guess we could put Kawhi in there when he was here. He averaged, what, 25 his last year or two? So we've had 4 elite scores. This actually is a lot if you think about it. It's quite a bit. You know, some franchises haven't have had maybe 1 or none. We had George Iceman Gervin, and actually I'll rank them in order. George Iceman Gervin, David Robinson. Actually, Kawhi was probably more of a scorer in his later years than Tim was. Tim was more a fundamental player, team player. Kawhi was probably Kawhi and then Timmy last. Pretty sure Kawhi definitely scored more after he left San Antonio. We need a 4, like yeah. Well, I mean, can we have Timmy and David Robinson go to the Fountain of Youth and both be 22 and come to the Spurs next year? Matt, I can't. While we're still in this ridiculously long timeout, finally, Mountain's going to shoot 2 free throws. Can you imagine the big fundamental with the Admiral both in their prime? The Twin Towers played together, but David Robinson already gone through a few injuries, was north of 30. Imagine Duncan and Robinson both at 22 and playing together for 15 years. Seriously, how many rings do you think they get? Twin Towers in their prime together for 15 years, 22 to 37. Well, I'm not Screws. I'm not saying #2's not a snake. I'm just talking about pure scoring, elite scoring. While they were with the Spurs, KBD for 3. That was blocked, I think. 32-21, 2:50 to go. Spurs are not looking good in the first quarter. That baseline 3 goes in and out. Who was that shot that? I don't know. Oh, it was Jones. Tyus Jones shot that 3 and missed it. And KBD with a dunk in the paint as he got loose. Will we see Tyus against Trey tonight? Is Trey out there? Yeah, he is. The Jones brothers are on the court. Tyus versus Trey. Neither can shoot a 3, apparently. Alrighty, awesome. Jones gets the ball into the paint to Brandon Clark, who gets a layup. Tried to do an alley-oop. Too much alley, not enough oop. It is 34-23, 2:10 to go. Zach Collins checked in for San Antonio, one-on-one with Clark in the post. Gets it to Lonnie Walker. Walker, jumper is too much, no good. Gets the rebound and then immediately gets fouled. KBD, is he playing center? No, Zach Collins is. KBD's playing power forward. Yeah, well, I'm talking about when they were here. DeRozan only averaged like 21, 22 points per game while he was here. When I think elite scoring, my parameters are 25 plus. Did LA score 25 plus with us? Maybe he did one year. I'm drawing a blank on that. I'm gonna have to look it up. I can't remember if he did it with us or Portland. I know, bad Spurs fan. Can't remember everything. But for me, 25 plus is an elite scorer. LaMarcus never averaged more than 23 points per game in his career. So he was definitely a scorer, but when I think for me, elite, that's just my own rules, which don't mean anything, is 25 plus. Ja Perez, what's going on? Zachariah, good evening. Roblox, thank you for stepping in. Joey, go Spurs, go. No, he'll never come back to San Antonio, Cruz. Never. Cansbarro 565 Ghost for Go. What's going on? Well, we're down double digits in the first quarter. Thank you for being a channel member. Not the score we're looking for. It'd be nice if these scores were reversed a little bit. H. Jude, that is Marin from Aquaman. Don't focus on the actress. She's had some shenanigans that we're not going to talk about. But I'm trying to distract Aquaman, Steven Adams, tonight. So I got Mara with me. Andrew, I'm doing great. It was a busy day at work. Man, I was annoyed. I felt like I just couldn't catch my breath. Wolf, what's going on from San Antonio? Melissa, Go Spurs Go. We got a lot of Go Spurs Goes in the chat. So here we go. Go Spurs Go! Yeah, that's how we roll here. Win, lose, or tie, Go Spurs Go until we die. Yeah. If he wants to get booed 41 games per year, he can come back. Yeah. I think it would, thing is, he would get booed, and booed. But if the Spurs started winning and started the season 17-3, something crazy, the boos would go away. I guarantee you, winning would change it. Andrew, I put out 1 to 2 music videos a week. So yes, TSR Music is alive and well. I'm shooting a video tomorrow after work. It's for my cover from 1998 of Cannibal Corpse's Covered with Swords. And it's hot garbage. The last 2 videos up are garbage. They're funny because they're so bad. It's back when I just really had no idea what I was doing as a musician. I did a cover of Napalm Death's Life and Slayer's Raining Blood, and they're both train wrecks. And tomorrow's Cannibal Corpse cover is a train wreck. After that, Carcass's Psychopathologist will go up probably next week, and then I'm rounding up that cover series with Metallica's One, which is also a massive train wreck. See a lot of folks stopping in. Good evening. Go Spurs Go. I'm in taxes cruise. It's a busy time of the year. Lonnie Walker at the line for 2, and he ends up making them both. Bing bong. 34-25. 2 minutes remain. I don't want Russell Westbrook over here. Sean, way too early to be saying another loss, my man. Way too early. Crispin, Go Spurs Go. Thank you for stopping in. Don't be giving up on your team that early. And Tyus Jones in the paint, throws it off the glass, no good. Sprinting up the court is Primo. When he gets rejected, swatted out of bounds, it'll stay with the Spurs. Both teams in the bonus. 34-25, 138 to go. Here, Gutierrez. Yes, you should pay your taxes, always. Thank you, It Kills. Biz Yellow Blog, if we don't make the playoffs, then we'll get a lottery pick. It's a win-win. Zach Collins jump hook after the inbound pass. If you haven't hit the thumbs up yet, please do so. It does help the channel. And if you don't hit the thumbs up, Chuck Norris is coming for you. That's right. Don't with the Chuck. That pull-up jumper by Brandon Clark is good. 36-27. Zach Collins to Lonnie Walker. And Lonnie pull-up jumper is also good. Yes, ring the bell. Bada bing. And Jones in the paint and scores. Tyus Jones, because we have 2 Jones playing tonight. Tyus Jones and his brother Trey Jones. Lonnie Walker sprints down the court. Pick and roll with Zach Collins. Pull up mid-range jumper is good. Lonnie Walker. I don't want Russell Westbrook for nothing. Hey, Shaq, thank you for subbing in. Appreciate you being here. D'Anthony Melton in the paint with a little jumper. And now both teams just exchanging buckets, which has turned into a high-scoring affair. Spurs down by 9, 33 seconds to go. Jones versus his brother. Out to Lonnie Walker. Walker, 14 on the shot clock. Way out in three-point land. Pull up 3. Lonnie Walker, El Quattro. I am so happy he's been rolling lately. And I'm truly happy he's been proving me wrong. Saying, I don't know if he's going to be a Spur next year because he keeps playing like this for his fans. They're bringing him back. If he can really just turn into that 6th man and average 18 points a game for the rest of the year, which I think he can do. He's been doing it. He's going to be a Spur next year. Tyus Jones pull-up jumper. Good. 42-34, a half second on the game clock. Not even going to take a shot. Spurs down by 8. They were down by double digits, so starting to come back a little bit. Just baby steps, Spurs fans. Baby steps. We'll go to quarter 2 and a A fun, high-scoring game as both teams can put up points 42-34. The Ferg, what's going on? Where's our defense? I don't see it. Yes, Hugo, Lonnie's playing very well. Lonnie's been fantastic the last 5 games. So hopefully, if he keeps this going, which means Pop will keep giving him 25 to 30 minutes. We've seen other Spurs players excel off the bench. Hopefully, Lonnie can do that as well. Texas Ranger coming for me. I'll take my. Hey, you don't want to fudge with Chuck Norris, man. Even at what? He's like 80-ish, close to 80. He's gonna roundhouse kick you. Ferg from San Antonio, Texas. Countdown City. All right. You know what? Looking at this schedule, my goal for this game tonight, Spurs fans, is I hope the Spurs win. Grizzlies fans, obviously, you hope the opposite. If we lose the game, though, I won't be destroyed because when looking at the schedule, you're like probably losing against the Grizzlies, but we can win the other 2 games this week. We can. We actually have a few games coming up we can win. I definitely think we can beat the Kings on Thursday. Can definitely beat the Hornets on Saturday. And the Lakers are ripe for the picking next, I think that's next Monday, March 7th. Yes, the Lakers are very vulnerable right now, and they're discombobulated. They're doesn't seem like the players are putting in the effort. Just all sorts of that organization is turned into a disaster. I don't know what happened, but hopefully they don't figure it out come next Monday, and they won't have Anthony Davis. Yes, since the All Star break, sounds about right, Carl. Our defense has been whack. Veronica, thank you for stopping in. She got the Jesus sandal and the Jesus candle. How you doing, my friend? Hope you all having a good night here Monday night. A light schedule for TSR this week. I got the Spurs tonight. I've got the Spurs Thursday and the Spurs on Saturday. I'm going to put up a new Giants mock draft video for tomorrow. I shot it earlier, but I'm not sure I liked it how it came out. I was doing a live mock draft and I realized I said about a million times, so I'm probably going to redo it after this stream. But I'm going to trade down in this mock draft because I think the Giants can do that and really have opportunities to pick up another pick or two. So I'm looking forward to doing that as my Giants content and subscribers have slowly grown a little bit over the last month. I want to keep growing the Spurs community. And I'm working on TSR music, and we'll have a TSR music video up on Wednesday. Walker for another 3, no good. Long rebound's going to go to KJ. KJ tries to save it from going out of bounds and does save it. It is Spurs ball. Lonnie with the ball again. Pull up jumper. Lonnie with 13 in the first half. Ah, thank you, Veronica. Hope it's all good with you. KB's going to drop 50 on LeBron's face. They already turning. Who's turning on Derek? I haven't turned on Derek. I've been the one to say, don't say the Spurs are better with Derek gone, just for the record. And the Celtics are 5-2 since they left. So whether his shooting metrics are down and his scoring is down, but they're winning, and that's probably all they care about, as it should be. Lonnie is on fire. We have 2 free throws for Brandon Clark, though. He's fouled. First free throw is no good. The ball don't lie, man. Celtics fans are... What? Mordecai Celtics fans are turning on him? Whoa. He missed both free throws. Jaren Jackson gets the rebound. It's immediately stolen by the Spurs. They're going fast break to get it up to Lonnie. Lonnie back to Trey Jones. Jones with the layup, and the Spurs are down by 4. The Celtics fans are turning on him already. Wow. He's not shooting well, guys. That's not Poison Ivy, Veronica. That's Mara. She's here to distract Steven Adams, aka Aquaman. But I can see why you say it's Poison Ivy, but it's Mara from Aquaman. Yes, that is average. It's Amber Heard, but it's not Amber Heard. It's Mara. I don't have it up because it's her. I have it up because it's Mara from Aquaman. Zach Collins in the paint gets fouled. Should be non-shooting. Oh, I thought you did that on purpose, Mike. I thought you were like trolling her name. I mean, look, I'm not a fan of the actress either per se, but I thought she did good as Mara, and she looked the part. She looked very nice. But leave it at that. I want to be respectful. She's sitting right here. Zach Collins, ball in the post, gets double teamed, gets it to KJ in the paint. KJ little jumpers, no good. Gotta hit those you gotta hit those shots when you're 2 feet or less from the rim. Come on, Spursies. Tyus Jones runs up and takes a quick three and shows us why the Jones brothers should not be shooting threes. And Lonnie Walker on the fast break with the layup. El Quattro is on fire. And smiling and laughing. I am so happy to see Lonnie playing like this, guys, because he's such a fun player to watch. He's a fun Spur to watch. He's Spursy. And just seeing him with his head down a lot of the year and just nothing going right for him. I'm so happy he's turning his season around. I'm really happy for him. I hope he keeps it going. Melissa, I would agree with that. Yeah, let's not focus on the actress. Mara. It's LO, it's okay. She's smoking. Lonnie wants that money. Yes. I mean, yeah, of course he does. But yeah, to talk about Derek White, I like Derek, so it's we're in a timeout. He didn't had some really bad games for the Spurs this season. I mean, I can't deny reality. His shooting was down. Actually, I'm gonna pull up Derek right now. Trade Primo, a guy that hasn't even played 1 year in the NBA. That seems a little quick on that one. So Derek White, 49 games with the Spurs, shot 43% from the field, 31% from the arc. So while he did play well with rebounding, assists, one of the best in the business in taking charges, was getting steals and blocks, his shooting metrics were terrible. For a player that was taking a decent volume of threes, 5 threes a game, only shooting 31% is not going to cut it. So far in Boston, he has played 7 games. His minutes are down a bit from 30 to 26. He's only shooting 39% from the field and 25% from beyond the arc. Right now, he's averaging 10.9 points per game, which would be his lowest points per game. And granted, it's a season average, but just with the Celtics, if you isolate the Celtics from the Spurs, he's averaging his worst points per game since 2018-19, his second season. Boston, New York, those big markets, they will turn on you fast. And there's no allegiance to Derek White with the Boston Celtics. He wasn't drafted by them. Spurs fans, if our players are playing bad, we're going to be disappointed. I'll call them out in my recaps and said they had a bad week or even an ugly week, but I will always be rooting for them. But the Celtics, this isn't a guy that was homegrown. This isn't a guy that wasn't drafted. This is a guy that was traded for a first-round pick and 2 other players. So if he's not playing well, there's no allegiance to Derek White. I could see them turning on him in a heartbeat, saying, we gave up a first-round pick and players for this guy? I hope he turns it around. I hope Derek does not have a miserable time in Boston. But you know what? Boston's a miserable place anyway. Oh, Sir Cardinal raid in the house. What's going on? Or Sir from the 6, I should say. I know he's doing a game. I stopped into a stream earlier, so hopefully he's having a good stream. 10 minutes to go. It is Grizzlies ball. Tyus Jones gets it out the Bane. If I can't break your spirit, I'll break your back. Tyus Jones takes a long three in it. Wow, he heard me say the Jones brothers can't hit threes. They're saying the Sir Connor rate. If you guys get a thumbs up on the way on your way in or out or whatever it is, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Sir from the 6, what's going on? Wraps up huge at halftime. Well, congratulations. My team's down by 5. Make that down by 8 after that three-pointer. Good grief. I shouldn't have said anything about the score. We are playing one of the best teams in the Western Conference. Killian Tilly with the 3. And a missed 3 for the Spurs. And now the Spurs in danger of going down double digits. Thank you for the raid, my man. Thank you. It is Grizzlies ball, 9 minutes to go. Jones for another 3. And Tyus Jones misses that one. Zach Collins with the rebound. His brother Trey Jones will bring it up for the Spurs. Gets it up to Dougie McBuckets. McBuckets back out to Trey Jones. Jones going to drive. Throws it up. No good. Fouled. Going to line for 2. Mr. 89 with the Sir Cardinal raid. Tracy, I don't know if you guys are still in here. Klaus, the red-haired lady, is Marin from Aquaman. Steven Adams looks like Aquaman, so I'm trying to distract him tonight and hope that affects his game so the Spurs can beat the Grizzlies tonight. That's Peppermint, if you're still in here, what's going on? I would say the Spurs long term probably won the Derek White trade. Some Spurs fans might not want me to hear that. It just wasn't working. And I hate to say that. Arnaldo, I agree 100%. Brothers in the NBA, Juancho and Willie Hernan-Gomez, former Spur, Tyus and Trey Jones, and of course, probably the most well-known are the Antetokounmpos and the Currys, I would think. Both free throws good, 48-42. Yeah, she was an Aquaman. Or Aquaman was in her. Hey-oh! I'm sorry. I set myself up. I had to take the shot. Bane for three, no good. And that's got to be an offensive foul, I think, and it is on Jaren Jackson. Zach Collins got pushed in the back. When is grief ever good? I don't know. The Morris brothers not a fan either. Ah, I did not know that, Carl. Do not slander Zach. Zach's we nice. KJ with the ball right now for San Antonio. Gets it out to Doug. Doug back to Devin Vassell. Spurs got most of their starting lineup there except for Jakob. Pull-up jumper's no good. 48-42. 8-11 to go. And Bane with a quick three. In and out. And in. That kind of night for the Spurs. Oh, they called that a two? Okay. Zach Collins for three. Zach Collins' three-point shooting has absolutely disappeared, as has Jacques Landale's. What happened to our stretch five Spurs fans? They're not stretching anything. They can't hit threes anymore. Slow-mo has played. Tyus Jones for three, no good. Devin Vassell with the rebound. I have not seen Peacemaker, but I heard it's really good. Zach Collins in the post, double teamed, gets it to Keldon Johnson, who's slashing into the paint, throws up a layup, no good, goes down hard. I hope he is okay. Yeah, gets back up the court, he's fine. Grizzlies ball, Jaren Jackson into the paint, throws it up, no good, fouled, going to the line for two. You know, we do shoot a lot of threes, even though we're not good with them. That's a fact, Tyler John. Maybe a few too many threes. Desmond Bane's right toe was on the line on his three-pointer that went in, out, and then in. So that's why it was two. Just show the replay. Jaren Jackson, first free throw is good. 51-42. Jakob Pertl checking back in. You miss 100% of shots you don't take. You know what? That's a fact. Second free throw is no good. And Aquaman gets the rebound. And it's immediately stolen by the Spurs. DeJounte Murray will bring it up the court, gets it to Keldon Johnson. Johnson the paint. Thunder! Dunk of justice! Keldon throws it down hard. He's like, you know what? I keep missing these layups. Boom! Shakalaka! The Grizzlies have 6 turnovers. The Spurs have 0. Bane runner in the paint, no good. The Spurs ball down by 7. The Spurs have 0 turnovers. Kellen threw it down hard. Tilly was there and just kind of said, nope. He didn't even try to go for a block. He just, yeah, I'm done. Can't say I blame him. Spurs ball, Doug McDermott. Into Jakob Pertl. Pertl in the post. Pertl in the post. Pertl in the post. Gets into the paint. Little jumper is going to roll around and go in. Spurs down by 5. What's up, fellow Richard? I don't want to miss 100% of the shots we do take. That would be bad. Jaren Jackson in the paint. Throws it up. Lots of contact. And Aquaman can't get the offensive foot back. It is Spurs ball. Looking to close this lead down to maybe 2 or 3. KJ in the paint. Runner. Good. 51-48. Did a bit of a Euro step and then just threw the runner up. Spurs do Euro step often as, well, Manu Ginobili is part of the team again. That's a miss by Tyus Jones. The Grizzlies get the offensive board. Put back three is no good. Not a put back three, but the follow up three is no good. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Spurs ball. Take out this turnover, Jones. Wow. Yeah, they are the Ferg. I got to say, probably the most divisive player on the Spurs right now is Trey Jones. Seriously, I mentioned in my recap, I feel like half of you want him to be our backup point guard of the future. Half of them can't wait till he gets the heck out of here. It's very. I'm not sure what I want right now with him, but it's very interesting to see you guys so split on Trey Jones. Jakob Poeltl out to Devin Vassell with the pick and roll, step back two. 1 point game. We got David Robinson's number, Spurs fans. Who was giving up on the Spurs like 5 minutes into the game? John Morant takes it right at Jakob Poeltl, misses the shot, throws his hands up, does not get the call. Spurs can actually take the lead. Murray back to KJ. KJ fakes the three, drives to the paint, spins around, throws up the left-handed shot. No good. A bit out of control on that one. And the ball's going to be knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with the Spurs. Spurs starting lineup, except for Doug McDermott. They have Lonnie Walker in there. Definitely more offensive, well, more athleticism with that lineup, but undersized as we're essentially playing three, you could say two guards, two small forwards, and a center. Then a cell runner in the paint is short. Dang it. So much for taking the lead on that drive. You're welcome, Style77. Oh, you're watching the Hallmark channel? That's awesome. And John Morant gets tied up with Jakob Poeltl. Jump ball. Jakob, you better win this thing, man. You got some height on John Morant. We do tend to lose concentration. I don't. I tend to keep focus all night. Morant picked up his dribble and just got stuck, and then Jakob put his hands on the ball, and that was that. Mordecai, a lot of people feel that way. They do. He's got hops, but he's hopping a little too early. He didn't even jump! And the Spurs immediately turn the ball over. Oh my gosh. You win the jump ball, turn the ball over, and then Morant hits a three. Just a lazy pass. I think that was DJ with the lazy pass. Takes it down the other end, throws up the jumper good, a little atonement. But an absolutely lazy pass after you win the jump ball. Turnover. The Spurs' first turnover, I believe. And leads to an immediate three. Got to play smarter than that. Morant with the ball, all sorts of out of control. And he traveled. Jean Morant, great player. I think he's trying to do a little too much right now. He needs to slow his game down. I'm not rooting for him, but he had a jump ball the previous before the three. Now he just dribbled. Dribbled. He just traveled. It's trying to do maybe a little too much. He needs to slow his game down. One turnover for the Spurs. Grizzlies with 8. Yeah, we're down by 2. Jonathan Murray on three-point lane, guarded by John Morant. Pick and roll with Jakob Poeltl. Takes off into the paint. The runner, lots of contact, no foul. The refs are starting to let him play, which I like. Just swallow the whistle. And a lot of contact again is Zaire Williams. I think maybe his first shot of the night. First time I've said his name. Misses in the paint. Let him play. I like it. Let him play. Primo goes baseline. Beautiful reverse layup is no good. Because both teams have gone cold from the floor. Slow-mo into the paint. Can't make the shot. Aquaman with the rebound. Both teams are throwing up bricks. It's a brick house. Morant just takes a quick three. Well, of course, as soon as I start singing brick house, he gets the three. One true point guard, one combo guard, one underside. Yeah, exactly, playmaker Guido. If Spurs win, I will knock myself out. Well, that could go viral. We have a timeout. 57-52. I don't think Primo's injured. Did he just get hurt on that play? Did I not see that? The old I'll tell you what. I'll knock you out. Check this out. There you go. You should be seeing plenty of stars from now. Spurs' problem is the fourth quarter. Not just the fourth. Ja has 20. I would be surprised. Not surprised. Sports streamer, what's going on? It's going. As a Spurs fan, I mean, we're hanging and banging with one of the better teams in the Western Conference. So, I mean, something to hold our head on. I don't think Jay Rich is going to play. He's not part of the normal rotation, as far as I can tell. And you have players like KBD, who I can't figure out, who one night will go for 20 or 30, and then the next night just is do. Nice, Nova, at the game. Swart Sherman's been good. Thanks for asking. Appreciate that. We are in a timeout. We're getting close to 100 thumbs up, though. 5 away. 5 away. Can't. Nope. Not. Don't hit my audience. I'm looking for a thumbs up, Chuck. 8 minutes. Oh, LJ, you're talking about Lonnie. You know, it's funny. I thought of that when Lonnie hit a shot and he went to a timeout. I'm like, he's gonna pull Lonnie. He did. Big Sean. We have players that can score. Kelvin, DeJounte, Jakob's on that list. Lonnie's now on that list with his recent play. But if we're talking a 25 point per game type of player, no. We haven't had that since number 2 left. And I know DeRozan has averaged 25 points per game once before in his career and is currently averaging 25 now. He was not a 25 per night or more guy with the Spurs. Who do you think the Giants will draft? Sports streamer? I've been doing mock draft videos, so if you're a Giants fan, the answers are in those videos. I'm actually going to do another one after this game. I did a mock draft earlier, but I watched a little bit and I just said so many times as I was doing a real time mock draft. And I was like, you know what? Use different word besides People are not going to want to watch you for 20 minutes. So I'm going to redo it, unfortunately. But that's okay. That was a good practice run. So then when I see players, I can say, okay, we're picking 75th. We need a wide receiver. We need to, talk about what we need, not. Joshua Primo is in the game, so he's okay, by the way. Jakob Poeltl jump hook, good. And it is not on the scoreboard. 54-57, Spurs down by 3. And I'll be happy going into halftime down 3 or less to the Memphis Grizzlies. Jakob with 10 points. He's perfect from the floor, 5 of 5, because Aquaman's distracted by Mara. Anthony Melton for 3, short, no good. Primo will bring it up the court for the Spurs. Gets it across to Lonnie Walker. Walker, three-pointer, no good. Aquaman with the rebound. We do need a legit, 25. That's what we're missing. Jean Morant just posterized Jakob Poeltl. Wow. Jakob Poeltl just got embarrassed. Dang. Morant just dunked in Jakob's face. I hope they show a replay because I actually want to see that. DeJounte into the paint, layup no good. Jakob with the rebound. The putback is short. A fight for the rebound, and finally, Anthony Melton will come down with it. Melton to the paint, layup, good. And the Grizzlies crowd is going nuts still because of that Morant dunk. Playoff Spurs, J Money, he's not getting that going in the NBA though. He's not. I don't know. KBD off balance running layup is no good. And the Spurs seem a little off since that dunk. Melton, nice crossover dribble, pull up jumper, no good. And Lonnie Walker will get the defensive rebound. 1:11 to go in the first half. Walker pick and roll with Jakob Poeltl, pull up jumper, short. KBD with the rebound. And back out to DeJounte Murray with 10 on the shot clock. Under a minute to go. DeJounte out to Lonnie, open for 3. Back to DeJounte. He takes the 3. I don't know why Lonnie just didn't fire that. You're open. Just launch it. You've been playing well tonight. John Morant, 1-on-1 with DeJounte Murray. Now pick and roll with Melton. Just launches a 3. Murray takes a quick 3 down the other end on the 2 for 1, and he hits the 3. All right. Very slim chance to get in the plane, but a chance nonetheless. What's up, Jeremiah? Thank you for stopping in. There is a 6-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Morant, who's just cooking the Spurs tonight, goes around Jakob Poeltl and DeJounte Murray and KBD and scores in the paint. He just went by 3 Spurs. He just went by 3 Spurs players, guys. That's embarrassing. Murray pull-up jumper, no good. And Murray ended up getting the offensive rebound and fouled. And I think he's going to go to the line. 3 players. Wow. I don't say. Ja has a chance to get injured with his style of play. Mark my words, it's really? I don't watch him enough. I mean, I'm not wishing that on him. Jonte is at the line. He missed the first one. Melissa, he should punch them. Welcome back, John Barker. DeJounte's second free throw. There's 0.4 seconds left. Second free throw, he made the second one. So Spurs are going to go into halftime down 8. Oh, Aquaman's going to throw it full court. Ja Morant just hit a jumper with 0.4 seconds left. Aquaman threw a full court. This is what the Spurs need. A guy that can score at will. We do not have it. And I literally said the Spurs go into half it down by 8. 0.4 seconds. Steven Adams throws it full court. How do you not defend this? He catches it and throws up a prayer. Our defense sucks against him. I don't know what to say. There's no way to be polite. We can't guard him. As good as DeJounte Murray is and the strides he's taken, you see the difference between the offense between where DeJounte is in his career right now and Ja Morant, and it's a different level. And we don't have that different level guy right now. Oh, Spurs down by 10. I would have been happy with a 3-point deficit, but it's going to be double digits. Let's take a look at the stats, which have not updated yet on box score for some reason. So, Ja is 29 in the first half. I'm glad I'm stuck watching the Hallmark channel. Ja Morant's on pace to score almost 60. He's 12 of 15 from the floor. 12 of 15, including 4 of 4 from threes. Yeah, I want you to let that settle in. Anyway, starting lineups for the Grizzlies. Zaire Williams with 0. Didn't even know he's been out on the floor most of the night. Jaren Jackson with 6. Aquaman with 2 points and 8 rebounds. Desmond Bane with 3. Ja Morant with 29. He has half of what the Spurs have right now. Glaze and Bacon, what's going on? He's definitely going for 50. I can't see how he doesn't. I know he's a second pick, but still, yeah. D'Anthony Melton off the bench with 12. Slow-Mo with 2. Brandon Clark with 4. Tyus Jones with 7. And Killian Tilly with 3. For the San Antonio Spurs, I said for the San Antonio Spurs, Doug McDermott with 3. Keldon Johnson with 7 and 5. Jakob Poeltl with 10 and 5. Devin Vassell with 5. DeJounte Murray with 10. And only 4 assists. Huh. Had only 1 rebound. I should say 4 assists isn't bad. 1 rebound. That's not DJ like. Off the bench, Lonnie Walker with 15. Joshua Primo with 0. KBD with 2. Zach Collins with 2. And Trey Jones with 4. Trey Jones, when he played, had 0 turnovers, and the Spurs had a +5. I don't know why people are dogging Trey Jones tonight. The Spurs were +5 with him on the floor. They were -13 with Primo, -13 with KBD, -8 with Lonnie, -15 with DeJounte, -12 with Jakob. Just saying. Just saying. The stats don't lie. Anyway. Yeah, sluggish is one way of putting it. Seems unguardable. Not even just guarding him. Guard the long pass. If you stop Morant, beat the Grizzlies. So should we just clothesline him? Would that be the key to victory? Maybe get in Devontae Cacok, who's like 6'7", 240. Just give him a clothesline from hell, like WWE style. Take him out. I'm not rooting for anybody to get injured. It is Aquaman versus Turtle. That's a fact, Bacon. I don't care if you have a two double or triple team them all night long. We did triple team them and they still scored. Sports streamer, it is 9:10 p.m. for me. Shut everybody else down? Haven't done that either. Chris, what's going on? Channel member, thank you for being here. I mean, the effort's there. It's just, we're just getting outplayed. And I don't want to see that Grizz Twitter post. What's on the Grizzlies Twitter right now? Sacrifice kickoff for the team. Exactly, South Stacks. Take one for the team, Devontae. Take one for the team. Channel your inner Bill Lambert. Who is the guy in hockey? There was a player in the NHL in like the 90s, a buddy of mine, like, all he would do is he'd be on the bench and they would come in to start a fight. That was it. Bench player, and then he would come in and just pick a fight. All he did. I'm 3 hours ahead of you. Oh, okay. Oh, you must be on the West Coast. West Side. AB, what's going on? Jean Morant is destroying us. This is where we could actually use number 2. I'm gonna look up Jean Morant's stats. I haven't really followed his career too much. Brian, they probably should have played. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, didn't. It is what it is. Let's see what kind of year Morant's having. Is he in his third year or third year? Third year. Rookie season, he averaged 17.8, 7.3 assists. Second season, he averaged 19.1 and 7.4 assists. This year, only 33 minutes a game, 49% from the field, and 76% from the line, 33% from the arc, 27 points a game, and 6.7 assists, 5.9 rebounds. Why is he only playing 33.3 minutes a game? What is with the modern NBA? This league has no defense, but these guys can't play 38 to 40 minutes like the guys back in the 90s? Seriously, I'm not trying to dog anybody, but it's just like Major League Baseball. Pitchers can't even pitch 200 innings anymore. All I hear is how much more athletic players are today than the players from the 80s and 90s, but they're fragile as all heck. They can't complete games in baseball anymore. Basketball players, who's leading the league in minutes played? Out of curiosity. What's the leader like at 30 minutes per game? Fred VanVleet, 38. Okay, that's legit, but still, that's low compared to minutes per game, year by year, 2021, 2022. Give me the stats. Give me the stats. That's not. Is this not a basketball reference? I can only see the. Oh, okay, there we go. No, I can't look at it for this year. What the heck? Come on, basketball reference. Isolate the stats for me. May need to get it this way. All right, I think I found a way to get it. All right, I found a way to find it. So I want to look at the minutes per game, top 10 in the NBA this year. 38, 37, 37, 36, 36, 36, 36. There's 7 players playing 36 or more minutes. That's it. Really? 7 players? Good grief. That's a lot of points for a point guard. Jean Morant. No, I don't think he's injured. When a team is making shots like that, they're unbeatable. Yeah, you're right. So just for perspective, on that minutes per game thing, they showed the season leaders for each year. So looking back in the last, so I watched basketball starting in 1990. From 1990 to 2007, the league leader, all of them were 40 minutes plus per game. Allen Iverson in 2005, 2006 averaged a ridiculous 43.10 minutes per game, guys. That's less, actually more than that. In 2001, 2002, Allen Iverson averaged 43.70 minutes per game. He had less than 5 minutes off per game. Now, he missed quite a few games because he was injured, but there were a lot of players playing 41, 42, 43 minutes per game. And then you turn a corner in 2010. That's the last year somebody played 40 minutes per game for Golden State, Monta Ellis, and everything is now down 39, 38, 37, 36. Like, there's no defense. These guys are supposed to be more athletic, better better medical staffs, better this, that, and the other. But yet our guys keep playing less and less minutes. Our baseball pitchers keep pitching less and less innings. What am I missing? Yeah, Primo's all potential right now, though. He's still got a ways to go. But he's 19. He just turned 19. May still grow a little bit. John Barker, my favorite player is behind me. Current favorite player is right here. Our current favorite player is right here. Favorite, well, athlete of all time is David Robinson. But Guillermo, the guys weren't injured when they were playing 40 minutes. That's the thing. Trying to reduce injury. I mean, I feel like Michael Jordan's the greatest player of all time. I've openly said that on the channel. Jordan did miss 60 plus games in his second year because I think he broke his foot or something. But if you look at Jordan in the rest of his career, rookie season, 82 games. He played all 82, 38 minutes. Third year, 82 games, 40 minutes. Next year, 82 games, 40 minutes. Next year, 81 games, 40 minutes. His minutes started going down a little bit after that to 39, 37, 39, 39. But he was also playing 80 to 82 games a year. Also, what happened there? Why can't our guys play 80 plus games a year anymore? Have you noticed that as well? NBA players aren't playing 80 games a year anymore. I mean, LeBron James is considered by some the greatest player of all time, and if not the greatest player of all time, he's in probably on your Mount Rushmore. LeBron's been in the league 17, 19 years, and only 3 times has he played 80 games or more. 3. Michael Jordan, who I just mentioned, has played 80 games 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times or more, and he played all 82 games in his last year at the age of 39. So when people say today's NBA is soft, I like today's NBA, but they're playing less minutes and they're playing less games. And a lot of it started with load management. There's a lot of load management right now, which I don't get. I don't know. I'm just ranting. Good grief. Charlie Brown Rich TSR Peanuts mode? What? I don't even get that reference at all. And Chris, exactly. And Jordan was always in the playoffs. So you know, I'm just brainstorming here. We're trying to reduce injury. Yes, Jordan was a freak athlete, but look at John Stockton played 80 games or more like a million years. And they were in the playoffs every year. It's like, how do we go from athletes that were supposedly not as athletic playing most of the games, more minutes, to now guys that, like, look at Anthony Davis. He's fragile as all can be. I don't know what happened in the last 20 years. Are just players are they just soft now? If they have a cramp, oh, I can't play. I mean, is that it too? Are a lot of players just, can't hack it because they got a little ding and they're like, I got to set it out? I don't know. Load management, I think we know who's partially well, the Spurs did that a little bit with Duncan and them at the end of their career, but probably the most notorious load management's number 2. I mean, that's the big one that stands out. Pop did start that with analytics. I know. I hate it. I hate it. And I don't think it's needed. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I think it depends on the player. If you have an injury prone player, I get it. If you have a player that's north of 35, like Timmy was, I get it. But for these guys that are like 22, load managing and I don't know, whatever. This is the microwave generation. They want everything quick without putting the work in. Load management is only about an 8-year-old word phrase, I think. That sounds about right. 8 years after the Spurs won their last championship, I think that's when that was really starting to come into play, the load management. Steelman, and I do remember that. He had a cramp and got carried off. I do remember that. Jaren Jackson Jr. is taking the shooting lead from his father. What do you think, Rich? Can't argue with it. Valid. This day in history. What are we watching? Wow, James Harden just absolutely. James Harden is playing well in Philly. I thought his best days were behind him. So apparently, when you're on a team that you want to be on, he in his case he plays pretty well. He's actually destroying it in Philly right now. I'm maybe him and Embiid are just chemistry's there. Oh, I said good grief. Uh, that's right. Charlie Brown used to say that. I'd rather play Landell than Collins. I don't know if either is the answer right now, LJ. Collins is rusty, so we have to take his game with a grain of salt. But right now he is struggling, and then Jacques Landale has shown flashes, and people are in the comments section of my most recent recap. Like, you got to give him time. I'm like, give him time. He's 26. He's a rookie, but he's been a professional basketball player for years. I mean, he's not a spring chicken. He's not a 22-year-old player coming out of college or a 19, 20-year-old player coming to college. So he's 26. He doesn't have all day to develop. I thought he was already developed coming here. I thought he was ready to go. Chris Middleton's burner account, what's going on? Or a team without Kyrie. Good point. That's two Rossetti. Yeah. Good day, PH. Thank you for stopping in. How did Harden get healed so fast? So it's funny, if you watch the NBA All-Star draft with LeBron James and Kevin Durant, LeBron James takes James Harden is picked last, and LeBron asks the NBA on TNT staff, is he playing? They're like, who? He's like, James. He hasn't played the last few games. And Charles Barkley said, oh, he got traded. He playing now, or something like that, or he healed now. It was hilarious. And Kevin Durant hadn't laughed the whole night, and when he broke character, so to speak, he started cracking up because he knew it was true. As soon as James Harden got traded, he was all right. He didn't want to play for the Nets anymore. We're not playing that good, Spurs fan, and Jean Morant is playing lights out tonight. Absolutely lights out. No, that's putting a lot of science into it, but maybe. I think about it. Think about it in this respect. I'll pull up my calculator. Where's my calculator? So, 82 games in the NBA season. Let's say you took 12 off and play 70, which means you work 85% of your schedule. You're calling out sick essentially with load management, taking 85% of the year. You're taking 15% off. Figure 52 weeks in a year. Probably work how many days a year with time off, holidays, whatever. Well, just go with a school year. No, wait. 52 weeks, five. Say you work 230 days a year. Multiply that by 15%. Could you call out 35 times a year and keep your job? I couldn't. Perspective. I'd be fired. Keldon Johnson for three. Back rim, no good. Alrighty, that's how the Spurs will start off the second half. Gosh, calling out 30 times a year. I would not have a job. Bain with the ball, looking to get it to Jaren Jackson, and we're going to have a whistle as Jaren Jackson and Devin Vassell were getting tangled up. They're going to call it on Devin, I think. I was thinking that too, Spurs fan. Like, would this team be better with KBD starting at the four and Dougie off the bench? I don't know if the team trusts him as a starter. John Morant with the ball. Morant deep in three-point land, doesn't really matter. Comes in for two. A rare missed shot for John Morant. Devin Vassell bringing up for the Spurs, down 68-58, 11 minutes to go. DeJounte Murray over to Keldon. Keldon back to Doug McDermott. McDermott over to DeJounte. Murray will drive into the paint, throws up the layup. And one! The Spurs 99 championship is an asterisk, and so is LeBron's first championship. That was a 66-game regular season. Who's asterisk saying the first championship? I never have. And easy, that's a fact. DeJounte for the three-point play. Good. All right. Let's keep it going. Let's get a little run going here, Spurs fans. What part of New York? I live in the Connecticut part of New York. Morant into the paint. Drives by Jakob Poeltl and throws up the layup. Still no answer for Jean Morant. I think he now has 31. Already has over 30. Plenty of time to go in the game. Speaking of Jakob Poeltl, he has the bar right now. Drops it off to KJ. KJ into the paint. Gets by the defense. Throws up the layup. No good. Gets his own miss back. Throws it back out to DeJounte, who will reset the offense with 10 on the shot clock. Murray pick and roll with Jakob Poeltl. Free throw line jumper is no good. Okay. Oh, the bubble. I forgot they won a championship in the bubble. And now we're going to have another jump ball. Yep. Bane and Murray looks like jump ball. Hey, Rich, going off to but who you got? Kobe Covington or Jorge Masvidal? Man, I don't trust Jorge Masvidal anymore. He's I don't know. He had that one big knockout against Ben Askren. I think I'm gonna go with Kobe Covington. Your question could also be because the players have all the power in the league now. Like you said, you'd get fired if you called out 35 times. They don't worry. They hold. That's fair. No, but good point. I mean, LeBron James pretty much runs the Lakers. It seems like that's a valid point. Yeah, good point. Moran launches a shot, no good, and the ball's gonna. How do you call this one? Out of bounds off Aquaman? Yes. Skip Bayless is putting it on there? The heck with him. He sucks. Down himself for 3. Oof, brick. Come on, San Antonio. Keep this game close. I'm trying to get fired up, but man, the Spurs are kind of, their low energy's rubbing off on me. I don't like that. I want to be high energy. And Jaren Jackson Jr. with offensive foul to be Spurs ball. Robert, that's a fact. 417 because we cannot defend him at all. Ellen Dos Anjos, good evening. Skip Bayless is a tool. Skip. Whatever. I wouldn't mind his job, but yeah, he sucks. McDermott baseline jumper is good. Lead back down to 7. He did butterfly. He did. People don't like the way he left for obvious reasons, as they shouldn't. They shouldn't. It was not a good divorce, if you will. Bane for 3. That's Brick City. Goes out of bounds, and it's going to go off Jaren Jackson. Spurs ball. Spurs maybe picking up a little momentum. Skip is the GOAT. Well, if you're a fan, I can't argue with that. I mean, I'm not going to knock anybody for liking him. I personally don't like him. They changed his show to. I don't like Stephen A. Smith either. Jakob with a very awkward hook shot. Good nonetheless. He's Ken, good evening. He does score a lot of points for a point guard. I was actually when I checked his stats, I was surprised his assists per game have gone down, which shouldn't be a huge surprise if his scoring has gone up. You like Skip Butterfly? I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan, lad. I don't get it. Marin, distract the Grizzlies, will you? What did Playmaker Guido say? I'm not gonna ban him for what he just said for knocking Skip Bayless. Jean Morant into the paint. Gets rejected by Keldon Johnson. Spurs on the run. Grizzlies get back in transition. They get to Keldon. Keldon throws it up. No good. He gets fouled going to the line for 2. Devin still seriously needs to work on his offensive game. Devin's been streaky lately. So far, as a starter, he's defensively, I have no problems, but offensively, he's been a little. Well, that was a bit of a phantom foul, possibly. Unless the contact was from behind. Anyway, Keldon at the line for 2. I knew it! I said in my recap he had 29 in a row, and because I said that, watch him miss his first one, and he just missed his first one. I knew I shouldn't have brought it up on the recap. I'm like, by the way, Keldon Johnson's hit 29 free throws in a row. Boink, no good. Made the second one. Just like clockwork, Spurs fans. Just like clockwork. We like Skip because he's always a fan of Pacquiao. Is Manny Pacquiao still fighting? I have no idea. Slow-mo pull-up is no good. Keldon with the rebound. DeJounte with the ball. Gets it over to KJ. KJ back to DeJounte. Over to Jakob. Back to DeJounte. Pull-up mid-range. Good. Spurs are down by 2. All right. I watched Skip and Shannon only for the comedic aspect. That time I have. I didn't say one. I'll agree. Sometimes I've watched them just for the comedic aspect when like the Cowboys lost in the playoffs. Sorry, Cowboys fans. And Skip Bayless was beside himself. I did enjoy that the meltdown. Did he cry in that video? He had a meltdown. Pacquiao retired. Oh, I had no idea. I think I've only seen Manny Pacquiao fight once when he boxed Floyd Patterson. Watched it at Buffalo Wild Wings or Hooters. I don't remember where it was. I was honestly very disappointed in the fight. I was expecting a lot, and I should have known that Mayweather was just going to point him the whole night. No arguing in the chat. Let it be. 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 I don't know the Grizzlies game, but if slowing it down is going to help the Spurs win, then I'm all for slowing it down. We are in a timeout. The Spurs are only down by 2, and again, one of the best teams in the Western Conference. We're hanging and banging with them. Maybe John Morant's tired out from all the scoring he did in the first half. Let me pull up the standings. I'm curious where the Grizzlies are. Are they in third place or fourth? I ask myself out loud as I look it up. Third, 42 and 20. 20 and 10 at home, 22 and 10 on the road. So playing good basketball no matter where they are. Warriors number 1, 43 and 18, and then the Suns are 49 and 12. But Chris Paul's out. I've heard, but I don't know how long. The Suns are not the same team without Chris Paul. Kudos to him for as long as he's played and just still playing at a high level and making his teammates better. You got 8 teams over 500 in the Western Conference, and you got the Lakers sitting in the 9th spot, 27 and 33, 3 and 7 in their last 10, and absolutely imploding. And they really suck on the road. They're 18 and 15 at home, where they got booed last night. Only 9 and 18 on the road. The Spurs are actually better on the road than the Lakers. They're 13 and 19. Fortunately for the Spurs fans, they're 11 and 18 at home. So they can't win at home. They're worse at home than they are on the road. Come on, Spurs. 10th spot still up for grabs. The Pelicans and Trailblazers are both 25 and 36. So I think the Blazers are going to be heading this way as they've just kind of tanked the season. Spurs have a chance at the 10th seed. I think it's going to come down to them and the Pelicans. Kings are kind of falling apart lately, losing 4 in a row. The Rockets are done. They've lost 9 in a row. Thunder are a mess. You're going to probably have the Lakers at 9 and the 10th seed. You know, I would love for the Spurs to play the Lakers, knock them out, and then get knocked out themselves so they still get a lottery pick. I would love to knock LA out. I can't stand the Lakers. I can't stand what they did this year with trying to buy a super team. Let me rephrase that. Nothing against the franchise. Their actions this year I don't like. Bane for 3, and that stops the bleeding for the Grizzlies. Trying to break our spirit and our back. Desmond Bane. DeJounte Murray. Free throw line jumper. Good. Cheat code. Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA start. Make sure you throw the select in there if you're playing 2 players. The economy code, my friends. The economy code. Grizzlies ball. 7 minutes to go. All day open for a 3 is slow-mo when he hits it. Wide open on the baseline. Spurs play the Blazers once and Pelicans twice this month. Okay, thank you, Chris. Thank you, Benedict. Appreciate it from the Philippines. McDermott, quick pull-up 3. Good! 3-point game still. All right. 2017 Lakers, were they bad to Kerr? That was before LeBron, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Jean Morant drives to the paint, throws up the layup. Good. Falls out of bounds. No whistle. 78-73. Morant easily going to score 40 tonight, barring something weird happening. Murray out to Doug. Doug over to down Vassell. Vassell drives baseline, throws it up off the glass, and in. Teams now exchanging buckets. Thank you, no one's pelting. I watched some clips from that game. The Lakers gave up on that game last night. They have some serious issues. Aquaman with the ball. Drives in the paint, spins around Jakob Poeltl, over and under, and a little jump hook's good. Aquaman finally getting on the board. These Spurs fans that want to give Ayton the max. I don't want to give DeAndre Ayton the max. What would that be? Like 32 million based on his how long he's been in the NBA, something like that, somewhere in the 30s. I don't I don't see it. Slow mo in the paint, short. Murray with the rebound, 80-75, 5.5 minutes to go. Quick baseline three by Dougie. It's good. 2-point game. Good morning, Wilby. Thank you for stopping in from the Philippines. Don, yes, LeBron and Russell Westbrook each had 7 turnovers, which you're not going to win with your 2-star players getting 7 turnovers. Good grief. Jean Morant pull-up jumper. Double teamed, doesn't matter. Spurs cannot stop him. I don't know why. Because Ace Jude, it's TSR Sports, and weird things happen in the chat. Murray to Jakob. Jakob with the runner. Good. 2-point game. All right. Teams just lighting up the scoreboard right now. That's fun basketball. That's our Spurs these days. If anybody, any Grizzlies fans aren't familiar with the San Antonio Spurs, they don't play defense anymore. They just run up and down the court, shoot the ball. Desmond Bane gets into the paint, drives by multiple Spurs. Wow, we can't defend anybody. Ian from the Philippines, thanks for stopping in. 4:20 to go. Smoke them if you got them. Murray over to McBuckets. McBuckets Euro steps and gets rejected by Aquaman. Poof. Yes, Sirski. He's a good player. I'm happy with the players we have. We just need one more guy. We need the guy. Can we get him in the draft? We have 3 first-round picks. Hopefully. Alan also from the Philippines. Thank you for stopping in. Kaden, what's going on? Spurs making the playoffs. Mark my word. The plan. All right, my man. Josh Primo breaks up the fast break for the Grizz. McDermott for 3. Missed it. I hope you're right, my man. I hope you're right. There's not a lot of competition there. It's pretty weak in the Western Conference out there. Open to Kaden. Good job, by the way, in your college basketball streams. Keep up the good work, my man. Melton in the paint. Jump hook, no good. DeJounte comes down with the rebound. Spurs on the run. Gets it over to Dougie for another 3. Good! 1-point game! And the refs have kind of swallowed their whistles since that first quarter, which I'm glad. They're letting the teams play. That's the type of basketball I want to see. Don't call a bunch of fouls on either team. Let them play. And Kyle Anderson scores on the other end of the floor in the paint. And Pop's going to call timeout. 86-83. Got a good game here in Memphis. 86-83. 3-point game. Bacon, I would love that. And Style 77, yes. I can't see the Spurs giving a max contract to DeAndre Ayton. Who was drafted over Jean Morant? Keto, do you know, or anybody else? Vamos, Spurs, vamos. Wenskella de la Pez, thank you for stopping in. I've been a Spurs fan since 1990-ish. How many threes for Doug this quarter? At least 3 threes, I think. Robert, you could be right. If he stays with what the Pacers drafted him, maybe he never turns into that player. Zion was number 1. Wow, how's that working out? Zion, I forgot Zion went number 1. Jeez. Thank you, everybody in the chat. We talked about him in my last stream. We just started talking about, somebody said, do you think Zion can ever be asked something about Zion, and I said, until he gets his weight in check, he's going to turn into an injury bust. He'll be the next Greg Oden or Jamarcus Russell. Zion 1, RJ Barrett 3. That's right. No, Zion's not playing. His weight, man. His weight. I don't want to ever pick on somebody's weight, but it's a fact. His weight's destroying his legs and his feet. His body cannot hold that weight for the game he plays. Bulls and Nets are losing by a lot. Big Spike. Nice channel name. Spurs will be done with the rebuild faster than the Pirates have been rebuilding since 1980. Well, that's actually kind of true, Steel Maiden. Yes, Lucas Samanic at 19, but Keldon Johnson at 29. They are close, Butterfly. So close. John, he could be an injury bust. I get the 27 points per game, but he was injured his rookie year, injured last year, and he's played 0 games this year. And sports are very much, what have you done for me lately? And he hasn't played a game. And is this going to carry over into next season? We don't know. So I'm not going to call him a bust, but he could turn into an injury bust, which is the same thing but different. All right, Pablo, you want to see the game? Game! Boop, boop. There you go. Zion has shifted from basketball to food commercials. I like Lucas Sandwich. I liked his name. But he showed us he was not a Spur. Not. I think Zion averaged 27 points per game last year. This year he's averaging 27 donuts per day. So I mean he is keeping the 27 going. So good for him. Spurs ball, Austin 3:16 left in the third quarter. Jonte Murray guarded by Jean Morant. Zach Collins is checking in for the Spurs. Josh Richardson's checked in. Jay Rich in the game. Jonte gets it into Collins. Collins with a tough shot, no good. Fouled, going in line for 2. CB, what's going on? Oh, I'm sorry you lost the relative, CB. I know how that goes. It's not. That sucks. But thank you for stopping in. Hopefully you're doing well. Raptors are beating the Nets 120-90. I heard Stone Cold's going to wrestle again. My friend Steve told me that after being out for 19 years, he's been cleared to wrestle. I don't mean to be rude. I don't care. I don't want to see my favorite wrestlers when I was younger wrestling at the age of 50, 55, or 60. That just doesn't. I don't want to see them be a shadow of of their former selves. I just. I don't. I mean, maybe I'll watch on Peacock on a replay. I can't get excited for that. Just me. Hopefully, if you guys are looking forward to it, he's gonna have some rust. I don't know what to expect. That's a miss. Spurs. Well, sorry, I had Stone Cold. I didn't see him miss that shot. Murray with the free throw line jumper. Total brick city. 2.5 minutes to go. 1-point game. 86-85. Slow-mo will get it over to the Anthony Melton. Melton picks up his dribble. Get it back to Slow-mo. A lot of nicknames in this game. Aquaman, Slow-mo. Gets it to Tyus Jones. Jones trips. Throws up a shot. In. I think the foul's before the shot. Yeah, foul's before the shot. Tim Duncan the GOAT. He's one of them. I mean, Goldberg definitely needs to stop wrestling. I thought his comeback was funny in 16, and then I thought it should end in 17, and then he's still around. I was like, no, I'm done. Yeah, bro. I'm not criticizing anybody that likes wrestling. If you're excited about Stone Cold coming back, hey, that's great. Just for me, uh, like when Hulk Hogan came back in 2002 to the WWE, and the ball is bounced around by multiple players in the paint and finally goes in for the Grizzlies. I think a Spur man knocked it in. When Hogan came back at like age 48, WrestleMania 18, great. Came back the next night, fine. And then I would like to see an end there, but he stuck around for a few more years and just. Jay Rich with his first shot of the game. In and out burger. Melton with the rebound. Melton will sprint up the court into the paint. Throws it up off the glass. No good. And another foul. Because Aquaman plays for the Grizzlies. Steven Adams. He looks like Aquaman. So Mara's here to distract Aquaman. I think that was an own basket to Kerm. I think the Spurs knocked that in. Ball's bouncing off numerous hands, and I think we knocked it in. First free throw is good, and the Grizzlies are back up by 4, minute 52 to go. Keeping it close, though. Keeping it close. First time Mara has joined me on stream. Might be the last time. I don't know. Zach dropping a little turtle. Turtle's not in the game, though. NWO Hogan days. I'll talk about my wrestling career if I remember during the third, fourth quarter break. Lonnie with the ball right now, dribbling, dribbling, dribbling. Dribbling some more. Nice through the legs. Crossover. Drives. Spurs go around the world to Devin Vassell. Vassell back over to Lonnie, who's wide open for a baseline three. In and out. Dang, we're getting a lot of in and outs. Workout. I worked out twice today. Did the ab workout and then lifted weights. I don't think there's any progress with the biceps. I'll flash it. Embarrass myself. I'm not gonna look at the camera. Do I have anything going, or is it pathetic? I'll look. There's a little something there. I'm 6'4" too. I got long arms. Hey, guess who scored? John Morant, 92-85. 7-point deficit. The Spurs need to not be extending the lead for the Grizzlies. Need to getting it closer. They were down by one just a few moments ago. And now a turnover. Trey Jones leading Zach Collins a bit too much. Throws it over his head. A minute to go. Stone Cold hasn't turned to the out wrestling star like the rocker John Cena. Fact. That's true. And I would agree, Timothy. That's one of my favorites. Tim's at number 8. Yeah, I saw that. I mean, I agreed with some of it. I didn't agree with others of it. I mean, when you're talking about any type of list, it's all opinion. It's just pure opinion. Tyus Jones misses a shot, gets the putback, and now the Spurs are down by 9. They were down by 1, and just like that, down in a hole. Down in a hole. Nope. Grizzlies on an 8-0 run in the last minute 40. Jay Rich pulls up for 2. Loose ball. Zach Collins has it on the ground, and we're going to get a jump ball probably. Yep. Him and Melton are going to jump it up. There's 0 on the shot clock. So if the Spurs win this jump ball, is it an immediate shot clock violation? Ken Sparrow, I don't think that lineup's going to work at all. I'll try to remember to talk a little wrestling during the break. I'll let you guys know when I watch. I don't watch anymore. I might watch a documentary, something vintage, but as far as new content. And the Grizzlies win the jump ball on the run. John Morant down the other way, spins around into the paint. Goodness. What an embarrassing way. Well, not what. Yeah, what an embarrassing way to close the third quarter. You're down by 1, and now you're down by 11. This is the largest lead of the game. Spurs with 0 field goals in the last 3.5 minutes. And as Spurs fans, we've seen this all too often this season, where they'll go on long runs with not 1 field goal. AEW, haven't watched 1 minute of it. I've heard of it. I met one of their wrestlers in Springfield, Massachusetts. Glazed Nitro, Glazed Donut. What's her? Amber Nova. Glazed Donut. And Zach Collins turns it over. Oh, carry by D'Anthony Melton on the fast break. I just talked about this the other night. The Spurs, at the end of quarters, constantly turn the ball over. Oh, that's definitely carry. Phil, they hurt me too. And the Spurs are going to go down 11 into the 4th. Man, the bench just killed us in that quarter. Our bench just absolutely the bed at the end. I don't know. Glazed Donut. You knew what I was talking about. Amber Nova. Amber Nova. She was very pretty. She was cool. She's not a fan of Ford Mustangs, which I happened to drive to the place where she was. I wasn't there to meet her because I had no idea who she was. There was a big selling comic book, so I was shopping the comics and heard her talking and just went over and started talking to her when she had a few free moments. And she was cool, pretty, but yeah. So, wrestling for me. I watched wrestling from around 1984 to 1991. Was a Hulk Hogan fan. I was little, so I was growing up with Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, Roddy Piper, The Ultimate Warrior, Demolition, still my favorite tag team of all time, and the greatest WWE theme song of all time. my opinion. And kind of got out a few years as WWE, WWF. Got really kiddie with Doink and this other bunch of nonsense. And I think I started watching again late 96 when The Rock came out. This is when The Rock was disliked, though. People, was it 97? Whenever The Rock debuted, actually it was 97, wasn't it? 97, I started watching it right when The Rock debuted. I didn't watch it all when Rocky Maivia was hated. So when people were booing The Rock, I went over my head. I didn't get it because I didn't have the internet then either. So I just thought The Rock was cool. He was charismatic. He was talking in the third person. He was conceited. He was a jerk. I was like, I like this guy. Why does everybody hate him? So that's the one wrestler I can say that I've liked in my lifetime that became popular. I liked him before it became popular. When I started liking Stone Cold, he was already, people are going nuts for him. Same thing with Hulk Hogan or a lot of wrestlers. But The Rock is the one guy that I immediately liked, and everybody hated him. But again, I didn't see him at all as Rocky Maivia. I missed that whole era. So I watched from 97 to 2000, watched the whole Attitude Era, checked out for a little bit. I was just busy with college at the time. Came back in 2002 for Hogan's return with NWO, and then I got back into it for a bit with Evolution, and I liked Batista and the some of that era. So I watched from '02 to like '05. Got out of again, watched Goldberg's return in 16, a little bit early 17, and then stopped, and I haven't watched since. I watched WrestleMania with a buddy and hated it. WrestleMania from 2019. Couldn't, and I've watched probably a little things here and there with friends, but I couldn't tell you what I watched outside of that WrestleMania. I just no interest anymore. Anyway, fourth quarter underway. So there's the history of TSR in wrestling, and that's a turnover to start the fourth quarter, and now a quick foul on the Grizzlies. Must-win game for. I mean, every game's kind of a must-win game. The Hardy Boys were fun to watch. R.I.P. Eddie Guerrero. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. Am I Canadian? No. Eh? What's that question about? I'm from Western Massachusetts, West Side. Lonnie Walker with the ball drives into the paint. Acrobatic layup. It's good. Nice move by Lonnie Walker. Hopefully we can get him going again in the fourth quarter because the bench did us wrong at the end of the third. Quick three-point attempt is no good by Bane. Long rebound goes to the Grizzlies because we just don't rebound. Slow-mo with the ball. Throws it off Jay Rich's foot. And it'll be Grizzlies ball. Favorite boxer? I tried the Hell in the Cell. Yeah, that one was crazy. Not a great match per se. It's the two big stunts McFoley takes, falling off the cage, and then the fall through the cage was not planned. Tyus Jones drives in the paint, goes by the Spurs defense, gets the layup. Favorite boxer? I don't know. I have to think about that. I was never big into boxing. Trey Jones out to Lonnie Walker, corner three. Lonnie's heating up again. The only boxer I've watched recently is who's shoot. Oh man, I have to play the race card. Who's the really big white guy that just beat the black guy that looked like Darth Vader or Shao Kahn? Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder's the black fighter. Tyson Fury is the only fighter. Fury and Wilder are the only ones I've watched recently. And now on offensive foul on the Spurs. That's turnover. 10 minutes to go. Spurs down by 10, 100 to 90. Zero TV series. Tyson Fury. I couldn't remember their names. I'm sorry. Hey, look, that's a way to describe somebody. You're describing what they look like. Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. I've seen all three of their fights and enjoyed each one. And they are all very different. I did watch Canelo Alvarez 1 and 2. Or no, Canelo Alvarez is the same person. Canelo Triple G. I didn't agree with the judges on those. At least the first one I did not. I thought Triple G won the first one, and I thought that was a terrible decision. Lonnie Walker pull up jumper in and out. Rebound slow mo. Let me focus on the game now. Sorry. Grizzlies ball up by 10. Tyus Jones to Desmond Bane. Bane starts to drive. Backs it up on Zach Collins. 12 on the shot clock. Getting into Brandon Clark. Clark with the jumper in the paint. And this is the biggest lead of the game for the Grizzlies. 102 to 90. Sorry, Keto. It didn't sound good. Demisel pull-up jumper. Oh my gosh, Demisel just got leveled. Going for the offensive board. Slow-mo absolutely knocks him the truck out. Devin back up, though. He's good. I like Sugar Ray Leonard when I was younger, and I had Mike Tyson's Punch Out. I mean, as a child of the 80s, Mike Tyson was like the scariest fighter on the planet for a long time. I did like, who did Evander Holyfield fight in the 90s? He had a couple fights. Was it Riddick Bowe? I think they fought twice. I remember enjoying both of those. That's one where like the parachute guy fell in the ring, was selling the paint, and he gets fouled again. Uh, oh, I'm sorry, John Lou. All I'm seeing is John Morant on YouTube. He's been killing the Spurs tonight. Demisel is at the line for two, and the Spurs need to wake up before this game gets out of hand. It was Riddick Bowe? Okay. I also saw who's the NBA player just got knocked the crap out? It's like last year or the year before that. First free throw was good. Was it Nate Anderson who just got demolished by Paul? I saw that on replay. So I mean, I enjoy boxing a little bit, but I'm a UFC guy. Demisel second free throw. No good. I mean, the Spurs hanged and banged with a great team like the Miami Heat. The Grizzlies are really good. It's the fact that we're keeping pace with these really good teams. That's a miss by Clark, but they get the offensive board back. Clark with another jumper. That one's good. Can't keep giving second chance opportunities for this team. Nate Robinson, yep. Gregory, yeah, he lights us up every time, I feel like. Murray's checked back in the game, gets it to Lonnie, back to Murray, open for three. Nope, defers to Devin, looks down, takes the three. Makes it. Not going to count. Push off. Nothing going right for the Spurs. I think Colby Covington probably wins. I mean, Colby won 5 rounds with Jorge Masvidal. Or Kamaru Usman. I think he's going to probably beat Jorge Masvidal in 5 rounds. I was trying to say that, and everything turned into one sentence. Murray tries to get the steal, just doesn't get it. Now a scramble for the ball. We're going to have another jump ball. Jakob Poeltl, Brandon Clark with the jumper. Swatcha, weren't we playing good defense to start the year? The defense has disappeared on the San Antonio Spurs. Sanchez and Guida. All right, going back. Was that like 2010? 9? Gosh, I don't even know when that was. That was a long time ago. 11? And the Spurs win the jump ball. Got a fast break. Lonnie Walker up to Demisel. And Devin with the Thunder dunk of justice. All right, 11 points even after that. Turnover. 8 minutes. After Derek left, our defense died. I feel like it died before that, but yeah, it's definitely been gone even more so. And now a block by Jakob Poeltl. Spurs get it to Devin, back to Kelvin. Kelvin drives baseline, spins around. Jumper is going to bounce off the rim and go in. Spurs got it back down to single digits. How many jump balls? 1,000,000 jump balls. Next two games with Portland will make, yeah, probably Arnaldo. That will definitely be a decider. Insane one. We're trying, man. 2009. Okay, thank you, Alex. I knew it was over a decade ago. I just couldn't place the year. I think our defense was slipping even white. Yeah, it was starting to. Dumb videos. We're in a commercial break. Can't see the clock anymore. John Morant's out. That's your opportunity to get back in the game. And it seemed like the right thing to do, Keto. Wayne's World, party time. I'm not a huge fan of the movies. I liked the TV show when it was on Saturday Night Live back in the late 80s, I think, when that started. Thank you, the Kerm. Yeah, we're thumbs up have stopped over the last, I think, 5 minutes. We are so close to 150. We'll make that the goal. Unless the game really gets nuts at the end, then we'll try to get to 200. But 150 seems reasonable. I like that goal. Does it seem like every time the Spurs have momentum, the refs seem to find the whistle? Maybe. Yes, Andrew, the Red Solo Cup. By the way, if you haven't followed me on the Twitters, I'm going to put my Twitter's hashtag in there because I've been posting on there now 2 to 3 times a day. Random Giant stuff, Spurs stuff, news, analytics, just trying to put some stuff up there and be more active because that's a way to promote this YouTube channel as well, to be more active on Twitter. I don't even have 400 subscribers on Twitter, and I was like, you know what? I need to start focusing on that a little more. So I'm definitely, oh, thank you, Carmen just put in there too, trying to get going more on the Twitter. And if you follow me, I'll just follow you back. I feel like that's the right thing to do. J Money, nice. Nice. You have grown. Who's grown, Texas Liberty? Oh boy. The Lakers are a basketball team, Arnaldo, and they are not playing well. I mean, my team's not playing well either. I'll admit to that. And they're having a rough season here and there. Okay, Zach. So yes, on my Twitter, I did put up a picture of the Miami Heat's new city jersey. So it's a joke, but if you're not subscribed to me on the Twitters, you're not going to see some of that weird, twisted TSR sense of humor on there. But Zach, I thought that was a good one. And I put up some good stats. Lonnie Walker and Derek White, I put up both their stats today on the Twitters, how they're performing since they both left their respective organizations. So I think I'm putting some good stuff up there. I don't know. After the timeout, 104-95. We got 8 minutes and some change left in the game. No, excuse me, 7:40 left. Less than 8 minutes. I gotta think John Morant's checked back in. Yep, he has the ball right now. I assume he'll play the rest of the game as he should. We can't stop him. He'll get over to D'Anthony Melton. Melton with 6 on the shot clock. Back to Morant. Morant 1-on-1 with DeJounte. Throws up a 3 and gets fouled. Not a non-shooting foul? All right. Non-shooting foul. I thought he was going to get 3 free throws. They are playing well considering. Frankie, we have 3 first rounders, and I think we have 2 second rounders. Some people say 1 second rounder. Some people say 3 second rounders. I have no idea. Lonnie deflects the ball out of bounds and will stay with the Grizzlies. And the Spurs have gone to the lineup I mentioned earlier in the game. It's the starting lineup minus Doug McDermott with Lonnie Walker in there. Just leave us undersized, though. Corner 3. Oh, shot clock violation. All right, shot clock violation. So turnover for the Grizzlies. Rick James. Eh. Spurs ball down by 9, 7 minutes to go. They're not out of this yet. They gotta. It's now or never. Lonnie Walker with a nice dish from Jakob Poeltl cutting baseline. Jakob Poeltl averaged just about 6 assists a game last week, doing his best. Or the last 4 games he averaged 6 assists. Pardon me, doing his best. Jokic impersonation, Nikola Jokic. John Morant in the paint takes it out to Spurs defense, misses a shot. Aquaman with the rebound. Second chance opportunities killing us. And the follow-up 3 is no good. Kellen Johnson with the rebound. Cannot keep giving up offensive rebounds, but we're undersized. Jakob Poeltl looks like he traveled. Yeah, took one too many steps there, Jakob. When are we not undersized? Thank you, Diego. I'll follow you back when I get on the Twitters after the game. Ken, we need a bigger player. I like Lonnie. I like Doug. Neither one. We need more size out there. If we're gonna go with the starting lineup, this is why we need to draft like Keegan Murray maybe next year. I want somebody out there that can help box the opposing team out. And Jakob's the only like real legit big guy we have out there. And now another foul. This is gonna go against the Spurs. 5 for the last minutes. DJ Kelman, Vessel, Poeltl, Walker. That's been the closers lately. But Lonnie's been playing really well too, so you can't justify sitting him, can you? So we're small. It is what it is. Small ball lineup. Alberto 6-17. 6 minutes, 17 seconds. Melton with a quick inbound 3. And another offensive board. Nope, balling out of bounds. Almost another offensive board for the Grizzlies, but Zaire Williams just couldn't quite keep a handle on it. The Raptors destroyed the Nets 133-97. Now another whistle. This game has been clean the last 2 quarters with no whistles, and now it's turning into a whistle fest. We had size up until Gasol. Well, that's true, Swatcho. Fact. Giovanni, you hitting on butterfly? DeJounte with the ball right now. Pick and roll with Jakob Poeltl. Mid-range jumper, or long jumper, is good. It's a 5-point game. Spurs are hanging with the Grizzlies, the third best team in the Western Conference. While our Spurs are, what, 12 or 13 under 500? By the way, if the Spurs somehow pull off the win tonight, Pop will tie the record. Almost a turnover. Morant gets the ball back. He'll kick it out. Open three is no good. Another offensive board. Tilly misses the shot and a putback. Stop. Will you rebound the ball? Morant with the putback. We're giving up second chance opportunities every time Memphis has the ball. Keldon with the ball, 3-point land right now. Back to DeJounte Murray. And this is what the small ball lineup does. It doesn't rebound. It's killing us. Lonnie's open for three. He'll take the three. Nope. We need to get rebounding, Frankie. The rebounding is killing the team right now. Morant's going to sprint into the paint and gets fouled. Should have traded Jakob Poeltl. He's been one of our best players, though. We trade him, and, well, some of you want full tank mode, so, I mean, we would lose everything after that, more likely. I mean, Joaquin, I mean, you think opposite small ball. Remember the Twin Towers? Of course you do. David Robinson, Tim Duncan, 2 7-footers out there. We just, I mean, it is what it is. It's the roster we have. Morant misses the first free throw. I use her up every time we. Sorry, Swatcho. I mean, DJ's a good rebounder, very good rebounder for a point guard, but he's not a big guy. He's going to get boxed out by bigger players, and he's been getting boxed out a lot tonight. If John Morant had a nickel for every foul call he gets, he'd double his. Ayton wants a max contract, though. The Spurs are not going to give him one. He made 1 of 2, 5 minutes remaining. 107.99. Spurs are in the bonus, which is good or bad, depending on your point of view, as, well, Jakob is a terrible free throw shooter. They take Lonnie out, put Doug McDermott back in. McDermott drives, and the layup is no good. Morant sprints up the floor, takes it coast to coast, and his layup is good. And Pop's going to call a timeout. Back to 10 points. He's one of the top 2 or 3 mounting guards in the league. Yeah, he is, Gregory, definitely. Tim 6'11". I'm rounding up. With the sneakers, he's 7 feet. Poeltl can't rebound for his height. He's a good offensive rebounder. But I think because of what's happening on the defensive end of the floor, he's out of position a lot. Back to 10. I mean, I'm happy they're competing tonight. This was a game I looked at the schedule and I thought we probably would lose. Although some of you said, somebody had a great comment, watch the Spurs play the Grizzlies tough and somehow win, and then lose against the Kings and Hornets. And I said, well, you know what? That'd be the very Spursy thing to do this week. Oh, wrestlers always lied about their height. Jakob's been our best big man by far this year. I mean, just with him out, I mean, unless you want the Spurs to just absolutely tank the rest of the year, do you really trust Zach Collins and Jacques Landale as our 1-2 punch the rest of the season? Oh man, I wouldn't. And then when Collins has to sit because he's on sometimes minute restrictions for back-to-backs, you're going to roll out Devontae Kaycock at center at 6'7". Nine's not bad, Diego, for his size, though. I would like to see him get 12 a game. Probably not going to happen. He is on a good contract. Gregory makes a good point. He's making $9 million a year, and somebody did an analytic on him, and the way he's playing, statistically speaking, he would be a 15 million player, 15 million a year player. So he's outplaying his contract. The draft is, you know, Frankie, that's every Spurs fan in here. It's going to be so fun when the draft comes up to have so many picks to see what we do. We still don't know where we're drafting. The lottery balls could go our way. You never know. And oh my gosh, I just, you know, as a Spurs fan and as a YouTube content creator, if the Spurs somehow win the first overall pick, not only going to help my team, that'll help my channel. You watch. You watch. The Pelicans, Zion's rookie season, all those streams were lit because people just wanted to talk about Zion. So if we can get a top 3 pick, forget about it. All right, Phil. He does need a true 4 next to him. We don't have one. We don't have, I mean, we talked about Zach playing the 4. I don't think that's in the Spurs' plans. I think they have him being a backup stretch 5. I trust them if we were in full tank mode. Kaycock airball the layup. Yes, he did. Spurs 2029 champions. I gotta wait that many years? Imagine 2 lottery picks. I don't think we have 2 that are. We'd have to trade the curve. We would have to trade, and it would probably be protected. And the Spurs just turn the ball over. Oh boy, Morant into the paint. Stopped, pops. 4:15 to go, and Morant. Does Morant have 40 yet? He's got to have 40, doesn't he? Keldon corner 3. Nope. He's got 46. Morant's closing in on 50. He gets by the Spurs defense into the paint. Yeah, he's going to get 50. 48 points. 21 of 29. Murray down the other end hits a short jumper. It kills. Yeah, I'm not feeling good anymore. 3.5 minutes left. We would need the run of all runs. You know, Morant wants 50 right now. He's got the ball. Pick and roll, and double team. Spurs double team him. Kicks it out. 3-pointer is an air ball. I don't even know who shot that. Aquaman throws it back in, and it's Spurs ball. And then stolen by Jaren Jackson. Back to Morant. Morant in the paint. And there's 50. Not the 50 I want to see. That 50 I don't want to see. This 50 I want to see. Not that 50. Jakob Poeltl in the paint. Reverse layup's good. And with under 3 minutes to go, the Spurs are in a heap of trouble. Gregory, he is destroying us right now. Absolutely destroying us. I don't think he has enough time to go for 60. Wow. I think I just heard double digits in all 4 quarters. First time in his career he's done that. I don't know if I've called a 50-point game on this channel. Well, I have now. Morant with the ball again in the paint. Gets fouled hard. And he's going to go to the line for 2. Career night, yeah. You aren't kidding. Nope, Spurs don't tank. But yeah, I would agree, Butterfly. Jakob needs help. I wouldn't mind a 4 that can do what John Morant can do. At least scoring wise. Statistically, John Morant is doing better in this season than MVP Derrick Rose. Okay. Jaw's highest point in game going to be 83. And DeJounte Murray's coming out of the game and going to the locker room. Did he just get thrown out? What just happened with DeJounte Murray? I was looking at the chat. He did get thrown out. He threw the ball at the ref. He was throwing the ball to the official and hit him in the leg, and they threw him out. It seems sketchy. Murray just got tossed. Morant hits the first free throw, or hits a technical free throw. I don't know about that. Oh, it's a franchise record for points in a game. So is this John Morant's career high? Well, obviously, franchise record. MVP chance coming from Memphis. Well, you know what? My team lost. He missed the first free throw. I got to watch a good game for most of it. And you know what? I got to see another player go off. Granted, don't like seeing against my team, but I certainly respect how great he played tonight. Manny, I don't think he had a tech before. He just got thrown out. I don't think it was on purpose either, Butterfly. Look, he was throwing him the ball and it hit his leg and he threw him out of the game. What a snowflake that ref was. Wow, that was odd. Whatever. Jakob in the paint throws it up, no good. Gets his own miss. Put back is no good. Yeah, this game's probably done. Yeah, he may have put a light bruise on his shin. Yeah, exactly, Phil. The ref wasn't looking. It hit him in the leg and he threw him out. Clutch, no, I didn't play high school ball or college. I play basketball now in my driveway. That quick pull up three is no good. Spurs ball. Trey Jones will bring it up the floor for San Antonio. Out to Keldon. Keldon over to Doug McDermott. McDermott, quick three. Nope. Jakob Poeltl with the rebound over to Keldon. Quick three. Now they're just launching threes. No good. Vassell put back, no good. And the game is over now. There's a minute and a half to go. If you're on the way out, please hit the thumbs up. If not for me, for Jean Morant's career high, what a game the kid played. We had no answer for him. Foul by Doug McDermott, and I assume both teams will empty the bench with 1, 2, 3 left. Did it hit his shoe? It wasn't even his leg, it was his shoe? That better not be a suspension. It looked unintentional, guys. It didn't look like it was intentional. I believe Kyle Lowry had a similar incident. He got ejected, but his was less than even get. Wow. In high school, I threw the ball at the ref and he threw it back. He was thrown out. And Jean Morant's coming out of the game. So, hey, we got two winnable games. Spurs fans coming up, the Hornets and the Kings. This was an expected loss, and we did lose it. And we fought for most of the game, just obviously had no answer for Jean Morant. But you know what? Aquaman did not have a great game because he was distracted by Marin. AB, those are weird. This is like when, do you guys remember? Of course you remember. When Tim Duncan got ejected for laughing. He got double teed up from Joey Bunghole Crawford. Mountain hits 1 or 2 free throws. I kind of checked out of the game, as has a lot of the players. Yeah, Big Sean, yeah. Primo's going to drop 15 real quick, huh? Had our shots been on point? We got Moranted. Nice at kills. Good night. Refs ruin games. I can't argue with that. I don't like the refs to dictate what happens in the game for either team. I don't want it to be for my team. I obviously don't want to be against my team. Trey Jones in the paint, throws it up, bounces around, no good, and another whistle. Now they're calling a bunch of whistles. Jared, what's the well why for? Why DeJounte got thrown out? He was throwing the ball to the ref. The ref wasn't looking. The ball hit him, and he threw him out. Stupid. The refs were terrible Saturday, too, against the Heat. Zach Collins is at the line for 2 because we need free throws with a minute left. He tossed the ball to the ref, and the dum-dum wasn't looking. He better not get suspended for the next game for that. If he does, the Spurs should immediately file agreements with the NBA. I know. I'm not underestimating anything, Big Sean. I'm saying we can win the next 2 games. Doesn't mean we will. We should beat the Kings, and I think we have a chance against the Hornets. So I'm hoping. Well, I guess I'm hoping we win the next 2 games. Should definitely beat the Kings at home. That's a miss. Spurs ball, and I don't know a lot of the players that are coming out there now, so I'm just going to pull my roster down. Spurs ball, Jacques Landale sighting. Out to Joe Wieskamp. Back over to KBD for 3. No good. Rebound, Grizzlies. 30 seconds to go. Jacques Landale's playing. It's Jacques Landale and Zach Collins. So this is one of our biggest lineups we've had in the. This is the biggest lineup we've had in the night. Jacques Landale, Zach Collins, and KBD all on the floor. We got a legit center, a big power forward, and a 6'8" small forward. And Wieskamp, I think, is what, 6'5", 6'6", playing at shooting guard. The Grizzlies just dribbling in and out. Shot clock violation. Dude broke his career high in back-to-back games. Did he really, Kevin? Kevin Durant's in the chat. What's going on? So he had a career high against Chicago, and now has a career high tonight. Was it 52 he finished with? Biggest lineup all year. You might be right, the Kerm. Well, hey, congratulations, Grizzlies fans. You got us. I'm humble in defeat and in victory. Props to John Morant, clearly the player of the game. Let's take a look at the final stats. Zaire Williams with 0. Jaren Jackson with 6. Aquaman with 4 and 14. Desmond Bain with 8. John Morant goes for 52 points on 22 of 30 shooting. 4 of 4 from the arc. He actually would have had more if he didn't struggle from the line tonight. He was 4 of 7 on free throws. Actually should have probably had 54. Off the bench, D'Anthony Melton with 15. Slow-mo with 9, 9, and 6. Kyle Anderson having a solid game. Brandon Clark with 8, Tyus Jones 13, Killian Tilly with 3, and Xavier Tillman in garbage time gets a donut for our San Antonio Spurs. Doug McDermott with 14, Kellen Johnson with 10 and 8. Kellen did not have a good game. 4 of 15, 1 of 7 from beyond the arc. He has those games like that. Well, the Spurs were plus 7 with him on the floor. Go figure. Jakob Poeltl with 16, 10, and 4, plus 2 steals. So overall, good game for Jakob Poeltl. Devin Vassell with 10, 4, and 5. Only shot 4 of 10 from the field. DeJounte wasn't much better from the field. 8 of 20 as he finished with 21, 3 and 8. Only 3 rebounds for DeJounte. He did have the 8 assists plus 3 steals. Off the bench, Lonnie Walker, 22 points. Joshua Primo with 0. KBD with 2. Zach Collins with 6. Trey Jones with 4. And then Josh Richardson, Joe Wieskamp, and Jock Landale all with a donut. Yeah, Primo's been struggling. I mean, he's not ready, guys. I mean, I like him. He's only 19. I want to wrap it up. Again, if you can hit the thumbs up on the way out, we appreciate it. But I got to tell you, losses like that, I feel like Chuck Norris is punching me in the face. Anyways, thank y'all for being here. I'll be live for the Spurs on Thursday, so no streams the next 2 nights. I got a Giants mock draft I'm going to do after this stream. I'm going to throw up tomorrow. That's going to be a tough one because I'm going to trade down in the draft, but I've been wanting to do that, and I love doing my Giants content, even though it doesn't draw the numbers my Spurs do. It's my team, and I love them, and I'm going to cover them. So until next time, guys, thank y'all for being here. What you gonna do when TSR Sports runs wild on you? Go Spurs, go!